last case, Oak Tree Way, the American Water. Yeah. That's American Water.
Township of Edison Zoning Board of Adjustment, regular meeting of August 25th, 2026 is now in session. Adequate notice of this meeting as required by the Open Public Meetings Act of 1975 has been provided by the annual notice published in the Home News and Tribune on December 4th, 2025, and as opposed to the main lobby of the municipal complex on December 4th, 2025. Please join me in pledge allegiance to the flag. Pledge allegiance
To the flag.
The United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Ms. Knight? Here. Mr. Magaletta?
Here.
Mr. Ayo?
Here.
Mr. Johnny?
Here.
Mr. Chabra?
Here.
Mr. Cerrito? Here. Mr. Schneider?
Here.
Mr. Siddhartha?
Here.
Vice Chair O'Gorman?
Here.
And Chairman Bender.
Here. Thank you. Madam Secretary, minutes for consideration.
Minutes of July 7th, 2026 for approval.
What's the board's pleasure?
A motion to approve? Second.
Motion made by Vice Chairman O'Gorman, seconded by Mr. Sadata. Roll call, please.
Mr. Chabra?
Yes to the motion.
Mr. Cerrito?
Yes on the motion.
Mr. Johnny?
Yes to the motion.
Schneider?
Yes to the motion.
Mr. Siddhartha?
Yes to the motion.
Vice Chair O'Gorman?
Yes on the motion.
And Chairman Kamba.
Yes on the motion. Let the record reflect that Mr. Carley has arrived. Good evening, Mr. Carley. Madam Secretary, minutes of July 28th, 2026.
Of July 28th, 2026 for approval.
Motion to approve?
Motion made by Vice Chairman O'Gorman, seconded by Mr. Sadata. Roll call, please.
Mr. Chabra?
Yes to the motion.
Mr. Cerrito?
Yes on the motion.
Mr. Johnny?
Yes to the motion.
Schneider?
Yes to the motion.
Mr. Siddhartha?
Yes to the motion.
Vice Chair O'Gorman?
Yes to the motion.
And Chairman Kamba.
Yes on the motion.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. First resolution to be adopted.
C-15, 2026, Swan Nugent for approval.
What's the board's pleasure?
Motion to approve? Second.
Motion made by Vice Chairman O'Gorman, seconded by Mr. Sadata. Roll call, please.
Mr. Chabra?
Yes to the motion.
Mr. Cerrito?
Yes on the motion.
Mr. Johnny?
Yes to the motion.
Mr. Schneider?
Yes to the motion.
Mr. Siddhartha?
Yes to the motion.
Vice Chair O'Gorman?
Yes on the motion.
And Chairman Kamba.
Yes on the motion. Okay, we have a few announcements for this evening.
One more resolution.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Z-53, 2019, American Outdoor for denial.
What's the board's pleasure?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion made by Vice Chairman O'Gorman, seconded by Mr. Schneider. Roll call, please.
Mr. Chabra?
Yes to the motion.
Mr. Cerrito?
Yes on the motion.
Mr. Johnny?
Yes to the motion.
Mr. Schneider?
Yes to the motion.
Mr. Siddhartha?
Yes to the motion.
Vice Chair O'Gorman?
Yes to the motion.
And Chairman Kamba.
Yes on the motion.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so we have a few announcements for this evening. KZ31, 2025, Tanuja Adiani at 110 Calvert Avenue East. It's been carried to October 13th, 2026. If you're here for this KZ31, 2025, it will not be heard this evening. It will be heard on Tuesday, October 13th, 2026, with a meeting beginning at 7 p.m. here in council chambers. If you received a notice, you will not receive another notice. This will serve as your notice. Next announcement, KZ8 2024 Ultimate Collision at 1115 US Route 1 has been carried to November 24th, 2026. If you're here for this KZ8 2024, it will be heard on Tuesday, November 24th, 2026, with a meeting beginning at 7 p.m. here in council chambers. If you received a notice, you will not receive another notice. This will serve as your notice. Final announcement, KZ12 2026, Samrat Mandal at 4 Burlington Court has been carried to September 22nd, 2026. If you're here for this KZ12 2026, it will be heard on Tuesday, September 22nd, 2026, with a meeting beginning at 7 p.m. here in council chambers. If you received a notice, you will not receive another notice. This will serve as your notice. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is a regular meeting of the Township of Edison Zoning Board of Adjustment. The board is composed of Edison Township residents appointed by the Municipal Council who volunteer their time and service to the board. The municipal land use law requires that members successfully complete a land use training course administered by the New Jersey Department of Community Affairs. The board also holds in-house training conducted by our board professionals. The zoning board abides by the provisions of the municipal land use law in addition to our board's bylaws. The zoning board is a quasi-judicial land use board which differs from the township planning board. Under the municipal land use law, board members are required to be impartial and are not allowed to discuss any case prior to being considered at a hearing. All applicants will have the opportunity to present their case before the board, along with the opportunity for board members and board professionals to question the applicant and their witnesses. At the conclusion of the applicant's presentation of their case, the case will open to the public. Residents within 200 feet of the subject site will be heard, followed by residents from outside of 200 feet. All residents will be sworn in, they'll provide their name and address, and they will be given 5 minutes to comment on the application being considered without the opportunity for a rebuttal. Residents may ask questions of the applicant, the board professionals, the applicant's professionals, and board professionals. The board requests that these questions are asked prior to any commentary being made on the application. Once commentary begins, residents' timer will begin. The applicant will be allowed the opportunity for cross-examination of their witnesses. Under the law, the chair is allowed to stop any commentary which is repetitive or attempt to filibuster the board. Further, the chair is allowed to stop any commentary that is irrelevant from the case or prohibited from the board's consideration. Once the public portion is closed, all public comments are ended unless new testimony is presented by the applicant. Following the closure of public portion, the applicant will have the right of summation on their application. Following summation, the case will go to the board for a decision. This procedure has been followed by the board and is similar to the procedures followed by boards of adjustment statewide. Municipal land use law requires the board to engage in a balancing act and is not required to strictly apply township ordinances, zoning plan, or master plan. As a Board of Adjustment, variances are granted when appropriately necessary, following all legal considerations. As has been the case with prior boards, the board will see where we're at if we're still in session around 10:30 p.m. We have a very packed house this evening, so I'm going to ask that all applicants, professionals, and residents show respect to each other and be civil throughout all proceedings. I ask that you withhold applause, booing, or interrupting of anyone while they're speaking. The chair will not tolerate any outbursts by applicants, professionals, or the public. Further, since most cases are being recorded by a court reporter, I ask that speakers do not speak over one another, and I ask that you speak into the microphone loudly and clearly. That being said, Madam Secretary, first case on the agenda, please.
Case number Z2 2026, Emmerprit Craw at 194 Washington Ave for summation and vote.
Good evening, Mr. Barlow.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, board members, board professionals. Thomas Barlow from Lombardi & Lombardi on behalf of the applicant for 194 Washington. At the last hearing on July 28th, 2026, we presented our application, but because there were only 7 board members present, the matter was carried to this evening. We are not presenting any new or additional witnesses or exhibits. It's my understanding that the full board of 7 are eligible to vote on this matter this evening, having reviewed the transcript or having listened to the recording of the hearing.
Before you proceed, Madam Secretary, did you certify that members have reviewed and certified?
That is correct.
Thank you so much. You may proceed, Mr. Barlow.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. To vote on this minor subdivision with accompanying bulk variances and D4 variance. As outlined in the uncontroverted testimony of Mr. Dupont, our proposal fits the neighborhood as currently constituted. It is actually oversized. As we saw, that this area is kind of a sea of undersized, non-conforming, and in many cases, multifamily homes. 40%, as Mr. Dupont testified, were multifamily homes. 77%, 31 of 40, are less than 75 feet wide. 26 of the 40 are 55 feet or less. I think the exhibits you have in evidence before you depict that, and as outlined and described by Mr. Dupont. And while we look to the 200-foot zone to seek consistency, that does not mean every existing issue is visited on this property. I know the public discussed parking and flooding, but that was on Holland. It's not on Washington, where there are a lot of 2- and 3-family homes. We are proposing conforming single-family homes. So I think based on the presentation of the applicant, the fact that the board's professionals reviewed the application and agreed that there was no negative impacts from the proposal, we met any conditions that they outlined that they thought were necessary. And I think based upon that, our presentation is consistent with a vote in favor. I'd like to thank you, Mr. Chairman, and the rest of the board for your diligence in this matter, and I would ask that the board vote favorably on the application.
Thank you very much, Mr. Barlow, and I'll go to the board.
Mr. Chairman,
Vice Chairman?
I'd like to make a motion to disapprove this application based on not meeting the positive and negative criteria, not meeting the local zoning laws, and specifically the required minimum lot is 7,500. The width is 75 feet. The front covered porch is 25 feet. The maximum lot coverage is 23, and the maximum floor ratio is 0.44. And it does not meet the characteristics of the neighborhood on Washington Avenue.
Second?
Motion made by Vice Chairman O'Gorman, second by Mr. Schneider. Roll call, please.
Mr. Tabra?
Yes to the motion.
Mr. Cerrito?
Yes on the motion.
Mr. Johnny?
Yes on the motion.
Schneider?
Yes to the motion.
Mr. Sidaha?
No to the motion.
Vice Chair O'Gorman?
Yes to the motion.
And Chairman Kemba?
Yes on the motion. This application is denied. Thank you, Mr. Barlow. Madam Secretary, next case on the agenda, please.
Case number Z10, 2026, Middlesex Water at 83 Fairview Ave for summation and vote.
Good evening, Mr. Skolnick.
Good evening, Chairman. Richard Skolnick on behalf of the applicant. You may recall this is an application to add a building and a silo at the existing Middlesex Water Treatment Plant. We were here on July 28th, and there were 5 members that evening, so we asked to carry. Can we confirm again that we have 7 eligibles?
Madam Secretary?
That is correct.
Thank you, Chairman. We're in the light industrial zone where the public utility use is permitted. It's block 3.04, lot 11. It's a 25-acre parcel. And in addition to site plan approval, we're here at this board because we need the D6 height variance. The D6 height variance, we have a building in the silo that's proposed. They exceed the 45 feet that's permitted by 10 feet. In addition to the site plan and the buildings, we have stormwater improvements. We have 40 new parking spaces. You heard last month from Brian Carr, the Vice President of Engineering. He explained that this project is driven by federal and state mandates, requirements to remove what's known as forever chemicals, PFAS, from our water supply, and he talked about both federal and state requirements. So we're here before you for what is in essence a public health and safety reason. We heard from the civil engineer, Dave Tanzi. We heard from the planner, Lorelei Totten, on the statutory criteria for the D6 height variance. We do have an inherently beneficial use on the height. We're furthering public health and safety and promoting the general welfare by bringing water and water quality to contemporary standards. So we believe we satisfy the positive criteria with the inherently beneficial designation. On the negative criteria, the case law says to look, does the site remain appropriate for the use despite the deviation? Does the site remain appropriate for the use despite the deviation, as the case law says? We're only 10 feet above the 45 feet that's permitted. The silo itself is 600 feet. That's 2 football fields away from the nearest home on a 25-acre parcel. I would suggest to the board, when we look to the case law, they talk about being not out of place in the neighborhood. Do we block any views of trees or the skyline? Are we out of character? I suggest the answer is no. None of those issues are here. We have no impact on air, light, or open space. We have the Amtrak line to the south of the building. We have a large Amazon-type warehouse to the north. To the west, we have the borough of Highland Park, and we have approvals from the Highland Park Board of Adjustment for an entry road. So on all of those factors, we suggest that the site does remain appropriate for the use despite the modest height deviation, overall negative impacts on the surrounding community and virtually no impact on the zone plan. On the master plan, we are a permitted use. Chairman, I have our witnesses here if you need them. I have the Chief Operating Officer of Middlesex Water, Greg Sorensen. It's a very, very large project. I would ask, the board really didn't have any questions, but if you do have concerns or comments, that you express those. We'll figure out a way to solve those. But it is a significant project, so we ask for that courtesy.
Does the board have any questions or comments prior to?
Mr. Chairman,
Vice Chairman?
if this got approved, you would work with our professionals, the planners, and the engineers on the location of the trees?
100%, and I think we had agreed to that, and no issues with any of the items in the review letters.
Also, in addition, our planner had mentioned about going, after 6 months, going back to verify everything was operating as approved?
Correct? Certainly.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? Seeing none? Okay. Thank you, Mr. Skolnick. And I'll go to the board.
Mr. Chairman?
Vice Chairman?
I'd like to make a motion to approve this application based on meeting the positive and negative criteria, the state and federal mandate and requirement. It's a beneficial use. The planting of the trees will be coordinated with our professionals, planner, and engineering. And also, there will be a 6-month look back to make, from our professionals, to make sure everything that was approved tonight is in compliance.
I'm just going to add also, so they will abide by the conditions set forth in the Delaware Raritan Engineering Report, and as well as the Neglia Planning Report, in addition to all the testimony that was presented.
Is that acceptable, Mr. Skolnick?
Yes, it is.
Okay, thank you.
Second.
Motion made by Vice Chairman O'Gorman, second by Mr. Sadata. Roll call, please.
Mr. Chabra?
Yes to the motion.
Mr. Cerrito?
Yes on the motion.
Mr. Johnny?
Yes on the motion.
Mr. Schneider?
Yes on the motion.
Mr. Sadaha?
Yes on the motion.
Vice Chair O'Gorman?
Yes on the motion.
And Chairman Gumbo.
Yes on the motion.
Thank you for your time.
Unanimous approval. Thank you so
We'll see you
much.
next month on another application.
Oh, promise? Thanks. Madam Secretary, next case on the agenda.
Case number amended Z8 2025 Sacred Foundation at 3880 Park Ave. Continuation of the public and for a vote.
Mr. Prasad, while you get ready, so I'm going to just make a public announcement to all the attorneys. So before you approach, just if you see that we're wrapping up a case and you're ready to go, we have a very packed agenda this evening. We have a lot of people here. So I plan on trying to make it to work at some point tomorrow morning. So if you could just be ready to go, like as soon as you know that we're going to a vote, get your case ready to go, put your running shoes on and hop up to the table so you're ready to go once we have you call your case.
Good evening, Board Chair.
Good evening, Mr. Prasad.
I think I worked pretty quickly to get up here, but I'll
Could have been a
speed it
little
up.
quicker, but I mean, just to say.
Okay, we'll do next time.
Thank you.
Here, David Prasad, licensed attorney, State of New Jersey, here tonight representing the applicant, Sacred Foundation, a New Jersey religious use and a nonprofit organization. This is an amended application for Z08 2025. Just to recap, we did get an approval back in October of 2025, D use variance for a religious use in the restricted industrial zone. We were here again on July 28th of this year, and the public portion went on for a while, and the hearing was cut off at 10:30. In the interest of time, if the board chair would like to move straight to the public portion, I have no objection to that.
Okay, thank you very much. So we're going to resume the public portion. We do have the list of folks that did speak the last time. If you spoke at the last time, we ask that you not speak this time. You only get one bite at the apple. You'll have 5 minutes to speak. Also, if there was anything that was said in the last hearing, we ask that you not be redundant. And as we carry forward with the public portion, if someone says, I have a concern because of A, B, and C, when you come up, say, I disagree with that person. I agree with what they said in points A, B, and C, And that could be that. And then if you have anything to add, you could add to that. We have a very, very packed agenda. We want everyone to be heard, and we want to get the opportunity to get through this agenda as much as we can. So we were within 200 feet of the subject site when we closed out the other day, or the last meeting. So anyone within 200 feet of the subject site wanting to be heard, if you're in 200 feet, you received a notice via certified mail.
Can I say something to that, please?
Please, Mr. Magaletta.
So if you have counsel representing you and they speak on your behalf, you don't get the two bites of the apple that the chair expressed. If you have an attorney speaking for you, that will be the opportunity for your presentation to be given to the board. So please don't come up twice, effectively. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Magaletta. So anyone within 200 feet wanting to be heard, please approach.
My name is Ajit Singh Garewal. I live at 3885 Park Avenue, Edison, 08820.
And sir, before you proceed, if you can raise your right hand, our attorney will swear you in. Also, if you'd like to get more comfortable, you can bring up that the microphone.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. And just so everybody understands, because you're giving testimony, you have to be sworn in, because it's part of the record. All right. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you'll give this evening is the whole truth?
I do.
Okay, please state and spell your name. And you did your address, but please do it again, if you don't mind.
My name is Ajit Singh Garewal, 3885 Park Avenue, Edison, 08820.
Thank you.
I know the council approved for the religious people coming in there. There were some discussion about the approval going from the back door, and they are going to put a sign there, hopefully. They can only turn to the right, but there is no sign at the moment, and there never was. Secondly, when people going to the park gate, they generally tend to speed up on the middle of the road. There is a sort of leeway to the left from this side, from my place, but they generally, speed up to the turn to the left. So that's quite annoying. Me and my neighbor, both of us, we live very close by. I live opposite and behind the property. In that site, there are a lot of, I see many lorries, big lorries, maybe 50, 60 feet lorries coming in and out. Although you have approved for the religious place, but in a religious place, there are people of all ages. And mixing these things, to me, doesn't sound very good. And even the lorries, if they want to, if you want to approve that, then hopefully they will be going to the right rather to the left. Then that's will be hopefully agreed to and signposted, not just saying to the public or the religious people that you go to the right. As human beings, we don't follow those rules. We condemn. That's why we have police, we have officers, we have other means to impose those rules. So if they are going to have a religious place there, hopefully they will go to the right when they're coming out of the back door. That's all I have to say at the moment.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Anyone else within 200 feet of subject site want to be heard?
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you'll give this evening is the whole truth?
Yes, I do.
Okay, please spell your full name and your address, please.
Anna Marie Stotka, 29 Carriage Place, Edison, New Jersey, 08820.
And you can bring that microphone down just so we're more comfortable. There you go. Thank you.
Good evening. Tonight, Sacred Foundation is asking the board to roll back binding safety restrictions and ignore a permanent closure order. This is no longer just a routine planning debate. By granting this request, the board knowingly assumes a severe liability risk by permitted documented hazardous conditions to persist. During the original hearing, Sacred Foundation promised they would exclusively use the southern entrance. The public warned you then that drivers would not obey a verbal promise. The public was right. Public safety is non-negotiable legal obligation, not a bargaining chip for landlord convenience. May I submit a photo that I would like to refer to? Is that?
You may. We'll mark, we'll mark this, well, give it to the secretary, please. You have copies? How many copies did you bring?
I made for everybody.
Okay.
You could actually, you know what, you could just leave them with us, then we'll pass them. But also, please give a copy to Mr. Prasad. Thank you.
And we'll mark this exhibit as, I'm sorry, what are your initials?
Pardon me?
What are your initials again?
AMS, Anna Marie Staka.
So AS?
AMS.
AMS, okay, AMS 1. Okay, and you took this photograph?
I did.
Okay.
This
Could you describe what it
I'm
represents?
going to get into it totally. Just give me a minute.
Of course.
This photograph is undeniable proof of the hazard. A visitor entered the wrong lane, causing an immediate traffic obstruction and making a safe left turn impossible. That white car trapped on the right is mine. This is not a hypothetical scenario. This is a real daily danger on Parkgate Drive and will prevent emergency vehicles to enter the complex.
Just back up. When did you, what was the date in which you took this
I
picture?
took that about 3 days ago.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Okay, the property owner knowingly created this conflict. After the permanent closure rule was legally established, the owner willfully leased the ground floor to a medical lab. They are now using the traffic demands of their own new tenant as a self-created excuse to violate the board original closure order. Since the medical lab opened, driver confusion has caused systematic gridlock. Vehicles routinely exit this wrong way into oncoming traffic, blocking residents from entering their own homes safely. Writing a new clause that relies on another empty promise will not reroute traffic. It is a legally useless paper shield. The legal reality is clear. The original restriction put this property owner on formal notice that converting to a multi-tenant space required physical modifications to the site. They chose to ignore that notice. If this board votes to eliminate those safety restrictions, it acts with full knowledge of the danger, transferring liability directly onto this municipality. If this entrance and exit are not permanently physically closed, severe accidents will continue to happen. The board has a strict legal and moral duty to protect the public. I urge you to enforce the permanent physical closure of the Parkgate entrance tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Next resident within 200 feet wanting to be heard. Anyone else? Ma'am, please. I'm sorry. Nope.
No person behind you.
Good evening.
Can you
My
please
name
raise your
is-
right hand? Okay, do you swear, right hand, do you swear or affirm the testimony you'll give this evening is the whole truth?
Yes,
Yes, please state, spell your name, and give your address.
sure. My name is Yingnan Ingrid Chen, Yingnan and I live at 9 Gatehouse Lane. I'm a resident of Parkgate, and I would like to share 3 incidents that I personally experienced involving vehicles traveling the wrong way at our entrance and exit. The first incident occurred in August 2025 when I narrowly avoided a head-on collision with a vehicle traveling the wrong way. I experienced another similar incident in March 2026 when I again narrowly avoided a head-on collision with a vehicle going the wrong way. The third incident occurred in April 2026. What was particularly concerning about this incident was that our security personnel had actually told the driver that they were going the wrong way. Despite being warned, the driver continued and exited the wrong way, again, creating a dangerous situation. These are not hypothetical concerns like the previous resident mentioned. I personally experienced 3 separate incidents in less than a year in which wrong-way traffic created the risk of a head-on collision. Based on my own experience, I believe the current traffic pattern already creates serious safety concerns, and allowing additional traffic through this access will only increase the risk. I respectfully ask the board to keep the existing safety condition requiring the north entrance to remain permanently closed. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next resident within 200 feet wanting to be heard. Good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Please raise your right hand. Our attorney will swear you in.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you'll give this evening is the whole truth?
Yes.
Please state, spell your name, and give your address, please.
My name is Vineet Kumar. I'm a resident of 55 Carriage Place, Edison 08820.
Could you spell your last name, please?
Kumar, Kumar.
Thank you.
Right. I just want to reiterate the fact that I'm also the acting member of board for the Parkgate condominiums, and I wanted to reiterate some facts here. I'm sure the board here is already aware. We are a community of 285 families, which are pretty much boxed in this community. We have 2 entrances. One is on the Park Avenue and the other on the Talmadge. Talmadge Road exit and entrance is permanently closed for us except for emergency scenarios, and that's only to be done by on indication of the fire department. So we are left with only one entry and exit, which is a Parkgate, which is a strip like 20-25 feet. And at one point of time, maybe 4 to 5 cars can ingress and egress on one side each. So the reason fire department and Edison Police Department, they vouch for getting a closure on the north side entrance is because of the traffic and the safety situation. There is no change on ground in the traffic and safety. And with the schools due opening next week, it would be hazardous for the residents and the kids if there is another source of ongoing traffic stream merging into the Parkgate. So for the safety reasons and for the traffic situation, I would suggest that we keep that north gate entrance permanently closed. We are welcoming the Sacred Foundation's temple, but we do want the safety and security for the kids and the community. So as long as they are able to operate through the south entrance, we are welcoming any tenants that we have in the next neighbor. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next resident within 200 feet wanting to be heard.
Hi.
My name is Kanaki Ram.
Hold on, please raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you'll give this evening is the whole truth? Okay, please, again, state and spell your full name and your address, please.
Kanaki Ramamurthy, 12 Nicole Terrace, Parkgate, Edison. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for the opportunity to address the board this evening. Okay. More? Lower, okay. I want to state plainly that this community has no objection to Sacred Foundation's religious use of this property or to its congregants' right to practice their faith. Our objection is narrow and specific to removing condition 3A of the board's December 2025 resolution, which keeps this use and the traffic it generates off Parkgate Drive the sole entrance and exit for our community. I will refrain from repeating the testimony the board has already heard tonight or from previous hearings. I respectfully ask the board to consider the following points. First, the applicant's own attorney has confirmed that Sacred Foundation and its congregants are willing to use only the southern driveway. This tells us the religious use itself does not require the Pargate Drive opening. The justification offered tonight belongs to the property owner and to another tenant, not to this applicant. It should be brought before the board on its own record if a genuine need exists. Second, nothing about the site or the safety conditions that led to condition 3A has changed since the resolution was memorialized. This difficulty appears to stem from the applicant's own lease arrangements with its landlord, not from any change in circumstance, and that is not, in our view, a proper basis to reopen a final safety condition. Third, the proposed alternatives: signage, internal policy, and after-the-fact review are promises, not controls. None would be recorded against the property or bind a future tenant. A physical engineered restriction prevents the prohibited movement from occurring at all, is only the reliable measure to maintain the safety of Pargate. Finally, we ask the board to weigh the precedent this decision sets. This condition was imposed after extensive testimony and careful deliberation. If it can be loosened without a genuine change in circumstances, residents have far less reason to trust that safety conditions imposed by this board will hold. For these reasons, we respectfully ask the board to deny the requested modification of condition 3A and keep the Pargate Drive access permanently closed. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Anyone else within 200 feet of site, 200 feet of subject site want to be heard? Please approach.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you'll give this evening is the whole truth?
I do.
Okay, thank you. Please state, spell your full name, and give your address.
Vijay Venkatraman, 64 Carriage Place, Edison, New Jersey.
Spell your name, please.
Vijay Venkataraman. I have a few things to show. Can I approach the bench?
You can please give it to the secretary, please. And then also, do you have extra copies? So Mr. Prasad as well. Thank you. You can give them all to the secretary. This way, it'll keep time moving here.
And we'll mark it V1. And could you just describe what it is, please, for the record?
That's a printout of Google Maps of the address, including the entrance to Parkgate. If you look at it, the other entrance doesn't exist. And Google Maps is 67 or 68% used across US. If somebody types in the address today, from this location to that location, it says go through Parkgate, right? So if you leave that entrance open, it's going to happen that everybody's going to use that entrance. And as others said earlier, humans do mistakes. Nobody reads anything. They're simply going to follow the maps. I tried with my Tesla. It took me to that route, right? Autopilot, FSD took me to that route. So unless we close that entrance permanently, issues are going to happen. And yes, maps can be modified. I'm 90. It takes ages for a map to be updated across the millions of phones. So we respectfully request you all to ensure that that entrance is closed permanently. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next resident within 200 feet, wanting to be heard? Ma'am.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you'll give this evening is the whole truth?
Yes.
Okay, please state, spell your name, and give your address.
My name is Vrushali Mahajan, and I'm the resident of 50 Gatehouse Lane.
Spell your name, please.
Vrushali Mahajan, Vrushali. That's my first name, and last name is Mahajan, Mahajan. Okay. Is it good? Okay, great. So I just kind of decided last minute. And I'm sure you got all the technicalities of this situation, what everybody has mentioned, but I'm going to bring the another point here. So I'm a single mother, and I purchased my home in Parkgate in 2018 as a premium facility, specifically investing in this community for its gated live security feature. And for that feature, I paid more than 30 to 40% than the market rate. So, and on top of that, I am paying as a single income homeowner, the substantial and increased HOA fees represent a major financial commitment, which I am doing willingly. And that is for the safety and security for my family, and I'm okay to pay that kind of fees for HOA because it provides the additional security because we have a live guard, a live security guard in the community. So the proposed change to the north access will directly impact the core security setup that brought my family here. So allowing this access point to remain open creates an ongoing traffic and safety hazards that affects all of us. So security is the foundation of our community, and we ask that the board continue to uphold our current safety standards and prioritize a strong permanent resolution that keep our access fully secure. So that is my genuine request as a single mother who is the resident of Parkgate community.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. Anyone else within 200 feet wanting to be heard? If not, we're going to go outside 200 feet.
Yes, I talked the last time.
Sir, so if you were here at the beginning, we announced that if you spoke the first time, you spoke. There's no two bites of the apple, but thank you for very much for coming out. Anyone else within 200 feet before we go out outside 200 feet? Okay, so we'll now go outside 200 feet of subject site. Anyone want to be heard, sir?
Thank you. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you'll give this evening is the whole truth?
I do.
Okay, please spell your full name and your address, please.
My name is Rahul, R-A-H-U-L. Last name is Bhalerao, B-H-A-L-E-R-A-O. I live at 2 Chelsea Court, Edison, New Jersey, 08820.
Thank you.
So, good evening. First, I would like to thank the board for approving the temple or the Sacred Foundation last year. So, I'm here today to support the Sacred Foundation and the small correction being requested to the previously approved resolution. I just want to emphasize one point here, that the Sacred Foundation is only renting a small portion of an existing building, and we want to be good neighbors and follow all the rules regarding parking, traffic, entrance, exit, and the public safety. We understand that there have been multiple concerns raised by the Parkgate HOA. However, that issue is really between the HOA and the property owner. The Sacred Foundation is just a tenant, and we do not have any ownership or do not have any property rights over that issue. If needed, the Sacred Foundation is willing to voluntarily not use that exit and direct our visitors accordingly. So we are really thankful to the board for its earlier approval and respectfully request that the board recognizes the issue and approve the necessary correction so that the Sacred Foundation can continue its temple creation and moving forward and serve the Edison community. Thank you very much for your time and consideration.
Thank you, sir. Next person wanting to be heard?
Thank you. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you'll give this evening is the whole truth?
Yes, I do.
Okay, state your name, spell it, and give us your address, please.
Sarvesh Nikumba, Sarvesh Nikumbh, 131 Linda Lane, Edison, New Jersey, 08820. Good evening. My name is Sarvesh and I live in Edison. I'm here tonight to support the temple and the amendment that is being requested. As I understand, Township approved this temple back in October, and tonight hearings is only about a small correction. This temple matters to our community, and having a place of worship near to Edison will help me and my family and my friends. I also want to address a concern raised by Parkgate HOA. This issue is really between the HOA and the property owner, and we are just a tenant here leasing a small portion of the property. And that said, we are happy to be a good neighbor with the Parkgate community people, and we will follow all the rules and regulations that temple management and the board put on us. And more broadly, we'll follow all the rules, directions, parking, entrance, exit criteria, and most importantly, the safety norms. whatever it takes to be a responsible part of this community. We are really grateful for the board for approving this temple on October 2025, and we simply request board to recognize this issue and approve the small correction. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Next resident want to be heard?
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you'll give this evening is the whole truth?
Yes, I do.
Could you please state, spell your full name, and give your address?
The first name is Manik, Manik. Last name is Bapat, Bapat. I live at 52 Netherwood Circle, Edison, New Jersey. I heard several comments about the existing issues and the traffic compliance and all those things. Those are not really going to affect the proposed temple, which was approved in October. I thank the board for approving it. As members of the temple community, we abide by all the rules and regulations. And more importantly, a professional traffic study was done last year when it was presented to the board. And based on that, I think the approval was done. So I request kindly to approve, remove any impedances in the approval, because as devotees, we only concern about the temple, going to the temple, which is near our house. And I think that's more important for us. And then we will follow all the rules and regulations that require for a smooth traffic flow. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next person want to be heard?
Good evening, gentlemen.
Okay. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you'll give this evening is the whole truth?
Yes.
Okay. State your name, please, spell it, and your address.
My name is Tarendra Lakankar, Dr. Tarendra Lakankar. I'm a believer of technology. I teach technology in the university.
Please spell your name, please.
Tarendra Lakankar. So I will not repeat what other people said. I will put some facts, study facts. The most of the accident happen. Safety and security is a concern for everybody, including me and including everybody. Most of the accident happening in the US or Edison, anywhere, the major cause of accidents are stress. 40% accident happen across the world is stress, because when people are stressed, they doesn't concentrate. And let me bring another point. What is a religious places mean for us? Whether it's church or temple or masjid, what do we do there? The peace of calmness. We went there for getting some peace in our mind. So when coming out of the temple, we are not angry. We find some peace. And this place will serve the peaceful place where we can go pray and hey, get a peace. And that will bring a lot of calmness among the resident of people when you're going there, not to have any stressful life in their life. And we know that across the world, what's going on? Stress, so many problems across the world, war, everything. So can we just get one place where we can go, find some peace, and through this approval, we'll thank for you if you approve this temple. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next person want to be heard?
Hi. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you'll give this evening is the whole truth?
I do.
Name, please, and address.
Mahesh Wani. Address is 95 Harding Avenue, Edison, New Jersey.
Spell your name, please.
Mahesh, Mahesh. Last name is Wani, Wani.
Okay, thank you. Please, go ahead.
Sure, thanks. First of all, thank you for hearing us out. I'm representing the Sacred Foundation, and basically many of my friends here already covered several points. I'm just going to reiterate a few other things. The most important being that we are just going to be a small part of the large 50,000 square feet property that is there. We are renting out a 2,800 square feet property, which barely holds 40 people at the most at any given time. We've also voluntarily agreed to not use this entrance, post signs and post all kinds of restrictions and make announcements to our congregation not to use that road. And finally, I mean, we basically are also going to be practicing a faith there. As a practitioner of that faith, there is a certain amount of discipline that we always have. And that's what, I mean, we are just trying to bring this temple close to where we live, and I request the board to approve the amendment. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next person want to be heard?
Hello.
Okay, just raise your right hand, please. Okay, do you swear or affirm the testimony you'll give this evening is the whole truth?
Yeah.
Okay, how old are you?
11.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead. What's your address, please?
I live at 33 Hawthorne Drive, Edison.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
I am here tonight to speak in support of the Vittal Mandir. Currently, my family and I have to drive nearly an hour away to Lindis to visit the temple. Having Vittal Mandir right here in Edison would mean so much to us. It would be much closer to our home that we could visit whenever we need to, without such a long drive. For me, the Mandir is a peaceful place where I can clear my mind and feel calm. Having Vittal Mandir in Edison would also help other people who go to the Mandir. As a young devotee of Lord Vittal, I want to request the board to let Vittal Mandir stay in Edison. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next resident want to be heard?
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you'll give this evening is the whole truth?
Yes, I do.
Okay, name and address, please.
Gauri Deshpande, Gauri, last name Deshpande. And I live at 917 Edison Glen Apartments, 08837 Edison. Can I hold the mic?
Yes.
Sorry. Good evening, all board members. My name is Gauri Deshpande, and I will be representing myself and my family, who are also residents of Edison Township. So everyone has already gone through the traffic constraints and everything else that has happened. I'm coming here on more of an emotional level to talk about my personal family and our connection to our Hindu faith as a practicing Hindu family member and throughout the entire community. I know Edison Township is very high in population when it comes to the Indian and Hindu population here demographically. And adding a temple that's very close to our neighborhood would be very beneficial, not just for our family, but for a lot of the other families that are also here in terms of community and in terms of growing our bond to our own culture, our heritage, and continuing that. I think it's very beneficial if we could add it. Yeah, that's all.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Next person over here, sir, please. Actually, this gentleman, you can be next, sir. The gentleman. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. So.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you'll give this evening is the whole truth?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please state your name and give your address.
Yeah, my name is Manish Ahire. And I live in Edison. My address is 68 Wintergreen Avenue East, Edison, New Jersey 08820. I will not repeat what everyone has said. I do understand the traffic concerns of Park HOA, but before that, before going to that, I'd like to thank board for approving the temple last year, and I'm here to support for the amendment. My only question is, the exit issue is more purely an ownership issue between the Park HOA and the landlord, which they have to interact with them to resolve that. And considering for us, we are open to voluntarily agree to use any other exit and follow the rules and regulations to have our temple created near to our community for our families, our friends, our kids to come near. And as my friend Tara explained about the traffic concerns, I don't know how much we are going to add to that traffic during school hours, because we also have school hours. We have kids go to Edison School District. So I don't think we'll be there during school hours for the temple prayers. But whenever we are there, we'll follow the rules and regulations and ensure we follow all the approvals or given by the board to be compliant with them. And we will be as a good neighbor and safely, and will not create any issues for the Park HOA. Please approve our amendment, and so we can have our temple in our community. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sir.
Hi, good evening.
Aye. Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you will give this evening is the whole truth?
Yes.
Okay, please state your name, spell it, and give your address.
Sure. My name is Dr. Kaushik Dave, spelled K-A-U-S-H-I-K. Last name is Dave as in D-A-V-E. I reside at 4 Winter Street, Edison, New Jersey for the last 30 years. I own a few properties in Parkgate, so I have first-hand experiences of what has transpired. I've attended all your meetings. Kudos to the board for the original decision with the restrictions applied. I think that was an excellent decision on your part. However, since then, a lot of words have been stated, but nothing's changed. And in fact, some of the statements this evening are a bit perplexing to me. One, there are a lot of Hindus here. However, you expect a traffic increase of 4 cars? Come on, wasn't born yesterday, I'm 65. So really, and I hope you guys see through some of these statements. The other thing was you made a small error by restricting entrance, the north entrance. If that's an error, tomorrow morning, the restrictions such as kitchen would be another error. Is this going down a slippery slope? I'm a bit concerned about how this is going on in the investment of time, or waste of time, so to speak. All right, let's continue. This is really a landlord-tenant issue. I know a lot about being a landlord, and this is nothing to do with the zoning. You did your job. You told them you can have a temple. I'm not against the temple being there, so don't get me wrong. I'm against the fact that the safety is significantly going to go downhill. It's already bad. And finally, nothing's changed since they came last time. Only thing is they have an issue with their landlord. They should go and deal with that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Next person want to be heard? Sir.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you'll give this evening is the whole truth?
Yes.
Okay, please state your name, spell it, and give your address.
Edward Abaid, A-B-A-I-D, 65 Gatehouse Lane in Edison. So again, I'm not going to repeat all the safety concerns that were presented before, very valid concerns by the residents of Parkgate. Just 2 things. One is that I would assume that many of the people that come to worship at the temple would be first-time users. And so they would not really be familiar with any rules that are being set for traffic flow or what to do. So in that regard, the rules really might be useless. Second point is the word convenience. This request for a change from what has already been established in a resolution is merely for convenience of the temple goers. And all I have to say is that convenience should not supersede safety. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The gentleman in the green shirt, you had your hand up earlier. Please approach.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you'll give this evening is the whole truth?
I do.
Okay, please state your name, spell it, and give your address.
My name is Pramod Thewarkar, Pramod Thewarkar. I live in 31 Stonewall Drive, Edison, New Jersey, 08820. So I see many of the people are talking about the parking issues. I am here to support the temple activities. So those people who are opposing it just because of the parking issue, they need to consider a few facts over here. The temple is going to be open for limited hours on a working day, mostly few hours in the morning and few hours in the evening. And on a daily basis, I don't envision more than 15 visitors visiting the temple, so that should not create any big parking issue over there. Moreover, if the board do not approve the temple, what if the building owner decide to rent that place to any commercial activity, where they would not be needing any approval from the board, and it may create more parking issue as compared to what the traffic the temple would bring in. And we all followers, we will agree to all the guidelines that would be given by the temple management. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next resident want to be heard? Sir, please approach.
Raise your right hand. Thank you. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you'll give this evening is the whole truth?
I do. I do.
Okay, state your name, spell it, and give your address, please.
Hi. My name is Gurudas Patil, and my address is 5 Foley Avenue, Edison, New Jersey, 08820. I won't repeat all the points which my friend said about the temple. I'm here to support the temple. I'm living in Edison from last 20 years. Just want to reiterate few of the points. First of all, thanks for approving the in the previous meeting, past meeting. Regarding the traffic, we already had the professional reports and everything. So I think we already have the professional opinion. Just want to reiterate. Also, we are agreed to follow all the rules. To be being a good neighbor, we are already follow. And just now, right now, the temple is in Lindthrust, which is the very residential area, not even a single complaint. So yeah, we are, even in the current place, we don't have any issues with that one, right? Just want to reiterate one thing, like the temple which we are saying, Vitthal Mandir, if you Google it, back in India, they are celebrating the function with the millions and millions of people with the discipline. In so many organizations, so many companies, so many universities, they are looking that as a use case, how they can do with the millions of people with so much discipline. So we are the devotee of the same God. I don't want to go more detail, but that is a use case right now we are suggesting that, okay, how so many people can celebrate the function with the discipline and no violence at all. So you can get a little background on using that information also. Thanks for supporting, and I request to approve the amendment for this one. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next resident want to be heard. Sir.
Good evening.
Good evening. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you'll give this evening is the whole truth?
Yes, I do.
Please state your name, spell it, and give your address.
Yeah, my name is Srijit Gangadharan, Srejith. I live at 100 Gatehouse Lane in Parkgate community. So I'm here to not be against this temple coming in next door. I'm all in favor of that for people to practice their own faith. All I'm here to say that usage of the same pathway as Parkgate is not in our favor because it compromises our safety and security. That's paramount importance for us. I've personally seen maybe the temple operates certain time of the day, but other times when it's open, I've seen personally people drive in and come out. There are various times where I've seen people come head on against the ongoing traffic, which is a security concern, I would say. And I'm just stating that I'm in favor of the temple, but not for the usage of the pathway, same as what Parkgate does. Because we are 200 families, and we cannot expect more traffic coming in during odd hours, maybe the outside the temple hours. We can expect traffic. They can't have volunteers. And they are only tenants, and they don't have as much control as the landlord in terms of putting in signage or directing traffic off us. So that's my stake over here.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Anyone else want to be heard? Last call. Sir.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you'll give this proceeding is the entire truth?
Yes, I do.
Okay, please state your name, spell it, and give your address.
My name is Bimal Joshi. I'm a chairman of Edison Democratic Organization. I live at 11 Myrtle Street, Edison, New Jersey, 08817. I'm hearing all this argument. I live in Edison for more than 25, 30 years. And my business is right in the next street after the Parkgate. That is Nevsky Street, where on Olsen Street you approved, what is that, mosque you approved there, but you see 100 car on a Nevsky Street, which is right next to the Parkgate. They are creating more harm to the Parkgate people than anything else. While Horiba building, the place, it's a 65,000 square feet building, and Parkgate, I think they had an agreement. Okay, I think it was in 1973, okay, when they gave the right things and they adjust their parking spot and gave the space to in and out and all these things. My only concern is it's an issue of they are occupying not even a 10% place in that place. Okay, if that's a 65,000 square feet building, they are occupying only 0.3% place. What happened when this was happening? Horiba was a big factory there. There were a lot of businesses was happening in that street. How many accidents happen? I have my business on Nevsky. I pass by park at the traffic light every day. I haven't seen that. And again, a person who are investing multi-million dollar to buy the building, and if they are restricted to the exit and entrance, which was already been existed since 1973, how we can stop? And there are all the chances that township may even go through the lawsuit on that. Okay, so we have to just think of this, and it's a small temple, 2,500 square feet place. Please approve it and do the necessary thing. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anyone else with wanting to be heard? Sir.
Hi, good evening. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you'll give this evening is the entire truth?
Yes, I do.
Please state your name, spell it, and give your address.
Dinesh Mirchandani, Dinesh, last name spelled Mirchandani. Well, I wasn't planning to speak, but after hearing some of the things that I've heard from the other side, I just want to state that, well, firstly, I am from 197 Tyroler Avenue, Edison, which is like about 10 minutes from Parkgate. I own a property in Parkgate, which is 79 Parkgate Drive. You know, what I'm hearing is like, okay, it is a place of worship. I'm a Hindu, and I practice Hinduism as well. But the fact is that you really can't go by emotions. You have to look at safety separately than the religious, belief, which again, I'm part of. The fact that today there are 2,500 square feet, which I understand, there are two issues that I'm looking at. Well, if they do get more followers coming to that facility, there's nothing to say that tomorrow they could be expanding. It's a 65,000 square feet or something. From 2,500 square feet, they could expand it and grow. And you have precedent of a lot of other temples that have grown exponentially and created traffic jams. And the one that was mentioned around Nevsky also is a huge one. Other than that, which I'm really concerned about as a fallout, is that, if you allow one place, which is a temple today, to access that Parkgate Drive, what is to say that another tenant won't come in the future and ask for the same? So you're really setting up a bad precedent, or a dangerous precedent, I should say, not a bad one, but a dangerous precedent for future tenants in the same facility. What is to say that, hey, you gave one organization access, we need the same. So it is just something that you're going to be facing time over time, and this is just going to become an impossible reality for the community here. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anyone else wanting to be heard? Last call. Can I get a motion to close the public portion?
Motion to close public portion.
Second. Motion made by Mr. Schneider, second by Mr. Johnny. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Public portion is now closed, and Mr. Prasad will give you an opportunity for summation.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I would just like to reiterate for the board the language that we proposed and I actually worked out with your council on providing sufficient controls over that entrance so that it not be permanently closed. It says the Sacred Foundation, including its members, congregates, invitees, and other persons associated with or utilizing the religious nonprofit use of the property located at 388 Park Avenue shall be strictly prohibited from using Parkgate Drive for ingress and or egress in connection with access to or from 388 Park Avenue. All such persons shall only utilize the southern driveway connecting directly to Park Avenue for all vehicular ingress and egress. The applicant shall take all reasonable measures, including permanent signage and internal controls, which include regular and oral written announcements to its members, congregants, invitees, and other persons associated with or utilizing the nonprofit use of the property at 388 Park Avenue. to avoid any usage of Parkgate Drive and to ensure ongoing compliance with this condition. This condition is also subject to a 6-month look back from the board to confirm that the applicant has and continues to satisfy that condition. We did mention that at the last hearing. I just wanted to reiterate that one more time. In addition to all of the comments that were heard, we do understand the Parkgate community's concerns with the driveway. If there was another permitted use that entered that building that did not seek or need to seek board approval, that driveway would remain open. That driveway has to remain open. It is subject to a 1982 agreement. Any other use that goes into that building will have access through that driveway. And if the board does not look favorably on the amendment to this condition, that driveway will still remain open. The landlord is not willing to close it. They have made that very clear to us. In this case, the board has the opportunity to place very strict controls over that driveway. It gives the board the opportunity to incorporate permanent signage, follow up in 6 months, and to make sure that the Sacred Foundation does indeed follow that condition that we are proposing. Additionally, we did hear a member of the public say, what about expansion? We are approving 2,800 square feet. If the religious use needs to expand over that 2,800 square feet, they do have to come back to this board. It is an expansion of a use variance. So there are proper controls that are in place, and permanent closure of this driveway is just not feasible. The applicant will not be able to get building permits. They will not be able to operate. The only thing that they can do is beg and plead all over again to the landlord, who has made very, very clear that they will not close that driveway. Other permitted uses do require that driveway, and the other permitted uses that don't need board approval will have to use the driveway in accordance with the 1982 agreement. With that being said, I do hope the board looks favorably on this minor amendment to this resolution of approval for condition 3A, and please give this small religious use the ability to practice their religion in the Township of Edison. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Prasad. So we'll go to the board.
Mr. Chairman?
Vice Chairman.
I'd like to make a motion to deny this application. This zoning board approved the application for Sacred Foundation based on the engineering reports and planning reports of our staff, and also on the, during the hearing, and also the safety concerns, and also the local land use ordinance and zoning requirements and laws.
Second.
Motion made by Vice Chairman O'Gorman, second by Mr. Schneider. Roll call, please.
Mr. Chhabra?
Yes to the motion.
Mr. Cerrito?
Yes on the motion.
Mr. Johnny?
No to the motion.
Mr. Schneider?
Yes to the motion.
Mr. Siddha?
Yes to the motion.
Vice Chair O'Gorman?
Yes to the motion.
And Chairman Kumba?
Yes on the motion. This application is denied.
Thank you, Board Chair. Members of the board, have a great day.
Thank you, Mr. Prasad. Folks, we're going to keep the agenda moving forward, so if you could please keep the noise to a minimum on your way out. Or just ignore me completely.
Okay. Talk to your kids.
Seriously.
Where'd you see this?
I can't get it anymore, so I texted my son. Ladies and gentlemen, the board is still in session, so if you're leaving the chamber, please be quiet and leaving the chamber. Madam Secretary, next case on the agenda, please.
Case number Z6, 2026, Rajesh Kumar Patel at 96 Overbrook Ave. Applicant is seeking bulk and D-use variances to construct a new two-story single-family dwelling. The following standards have not been met. Max FAR required is 44%, proposed is 55.4%. Maximum lot coverage required is 40%. Proposed is, that's incorrect. Maximum building coverage required is 23%, proposed is 27.5%. Front yard setback required is 25 feet, proposed is 6 and 21 feet. Affected property is located in the RB zone, designated as block number 375.21, lot number 16.01 on the Edison Township tax map. All noticing paperwork is in order.
Good evening, Mr. Little.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the board. Timothy Little, 517 Amboy Avenue, representing the applicant Rajesh Kumar Patel. The board may recall that we came before the board in May, and at that time, the homeowner gave testimony as to his reasons for wanting to develop the property as he wished. During the hearing, it came to light that more information was needed to be presented to the board. In fact, it was a completely new application was submitted. Everybody has been re-noticed. The use issue previously testified by my client really has not changed, and I know the board is sensitive to time constraints. Whether you wish for me to recall my client to have him repeat what he's already testified to, whether the transcript that had been provided to the board is sufficient, you wish for me to summarize his testimony, I'll, of course, do whatever the board wishes.
So I'm going to ask, just to remind me, is this a new application?
This is a new application.
Is it a new application? Okay.
It's a new application in terms of what we're seeking relief from. The purpose of the application remains residential. All the uses, extended family, et cetera, remain.
And I'm going to ask Mr. Magaletta, just because I always check with my attorney before I make any decision. Mr. Magaletta.
Yeah, you can move forward.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
Which?
We're ready to go. You don't need to reiterate what was presented prior.
Okay,
Thank
then
you so
I
much.
will just start with recalling our professional planner and professional engineer, Paul Fletcher.
Ms. Fletcher, can you stand and raise your right hand? Our attorney will swear you in.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give this evening is the whole truth? Can you please state your name and your business affiliation?
Paul J. Fletcher.
Mr. Fletcher, you can have a seat and get comfortable. You have appeared before the board prior. If you could just give us a brief summary of your background and qualifications.
Certainly. Yes, I'm a licensed professional engineer, professional planner in the state of New Jersey. My licenses are current and valid. I'm a graduate of the University of Toronto with a Bachelor of Applied Science. I've been the principal of Fletcher Engineering for about 32 years now.
You may proceed. We'll accept you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're as both a planner and engineer? Is that, Mr. Little, is that how he's being offered?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
And your planning license remains in full force and effect, correct, Mr. Fletcher?
That is correct.
All right. Could you give the board an overview of the present application, commenting on any improvements from the prior application so that we understand what relief we're asking the board to grant tonight?
Certainly. The subject property, 96 Overbrook Avenue, is lot 16.01 in block 375.21. It's located at the intersection of Overbrook Avenue and Briar Avenue. It's on the southwest corner. The subject property is 50 by 100. It's in the RB zone. It's currently improved with a single-family home, detached garage, and shed. The existing home is approximately 2.3 feet from the sideline of Briar Avenue and approximately 7 feet, 11 feet from the sideline of Overbrook Avenue. The applicant previously was talking about an addition. He's now talking about demolishing the existing single-family home, plus demolishing the existing garage and shed. He will be proposes to construct a new single-family home that will be 32 feet wide, 42 and a half feet long. Be 2 stories, 4 bedrooms, with no garage attached. parking will be provided on site. The application does involve a number of variances. Firstly, it's an undersized lot at 5,000 square feet where 7,500 is required. That is an existing condition. Similarly, the lot width, 50 feet versus 75, again, that's an existing condition. There are a number of variances being requested with the application. Firstly, front yard setback from Briar Avenue. We're proposing 6 feet versus the previous existing 2.3 feet. From Overbrook Avenue, we're proposing 21 feet. Requirement is 25. 21 feet is to the roof line of the covered porch. The actual setback of the body of the home is a conforming 25 feet. However, because of the roof over the porch, the setback is measured to that point. The other variances involved are lot coverage by building. We're at 27.5% versus the allowed 23% in the zone. I would point out in the prior application, which the board at that time encouraged us to revisit what we were asking for. The prior application, we were at 38.6% lot coverage. We've reduced that down to 27.5. For this size home, were this on a conforming lot, 7,500 square feet, we would be at 18.3%. Next, we have, in fact, lastly, we have variance for floor area ratio. Allowed is 0.44. We are at 0.554. The previous request was at 59.4. The again, if this home were on a conforming lot, which it is not, I understand, but this size of home on a conforming lot would be at 0.37% FAR. I mention those comparisons to a full-size lot because there are a number of lots of similar size to ours in the neighborhood, but there's also quite a few conforming lots and lots that are maybe substandard in width but larger in area. So this size home, although it requires a variance for the size of our lot, it's not going to be out of place in a neighborhood of full-size lots and properties. I did prepare one exhibit to show the board the sort of nature of the neighborhood regarding lot sizes.
Before we begin, let's mark that as an exhibit, and I'll distribute it to the board, please.
Will that be A1?
This will be A1. While that's being passed down the line as A1, Mr. Fletcher, was this exhibit something that you prepared?
Yes, I prepared this exhibit.
And what is it based off of?
It's a photocopy of the existing Edison Township tax map. It has the subject property highlighted in blue in the center. It has a 200-foot and a 300-foot radius drawn around it. And it shows the other properties within those areas. Within the 200 feet, there's a total of 22 properties. Of those, 9 are non-conforming. Most of them of similar size, 50 by 100 or 54 by 100. one or two, as I mentioned, are quite fairly large. They're non-conforming in lot width, 66.6 by 260 feet deep. So they're certainly not comparable in area, but they are non-conforming. So of the 9 non-conforming, that represents 41% of the total. Within 300 feet, there's a similar number. There's 17 out of a total of 37. That represents 46% of the total being non-conforming. And I point this out to show the diversity of the neighborhood, and that the development on this smaller lot would not be out of character.
Did you also have the opportunity to take any photographs of the subject property?
Well, I did capture some images off of Google Earth, and I guess this would be A2.
Yes, let's mark this as A2, and I will distribute this to the board.
That's all right. How many?
Pass it down.
I think one. It's just the one. Yes.
Mr. Fletcher, A2 was a photograph you identified through a Google Earth mechanism?
Yes, I did. I captured the image. This is the view from the intersection of Overbrook and Briar looking south along Briar Avenue. And on the right-hand side, you can see the subject property, the existing home that will be demolished. And you can see the proximity to the curb line. On the left side, there's a yellow home that's on the opposite corner. It's almost a mirror image of our property. It also is approximately 2 feet off the property line. I point this out to show you that this is not a unique situation, and the fact that we're increasing it to 6 feet will more than triple the size of the setback. It won't be conforming, but it's certainly an improvement over the existing condition.
The address across the street, it's is that 104 on that picture?
The yellow house?
Would be an even number. I'm not sure.
104 is even.
Yes, it would. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, it's 104.
Thank you.
104 Overbrook.
Mr. Fletcher, as to your engineering testimony, do you have any other points you wish to make from an engineering view?
Yes. One of the points the board had asked about was, where's the grading? What's happening on the site? Where's the parking? We've designed a two-car parking area with access off Overbrook Avenue. It'll be in front of the home. It's a 4-bedroom home, and it only requires two parking spaces. As I mentioned, the shed and the detached garage will be demolished. That significantly helped in the reduction of lot coverage by building. The grading shows that the property will grade essentially to the gutter lines. Runoff from the driveway and the curbs will be directed towards the gutter lines. And it's graded such that there would be no adverse impact to adjoining properties. We also are proposing street trees, one on Overbrook, 2 on Briar Avenue. So we will be conforming with regards to off-street parking.
Comparing the prior application to this application, would you say that, what would your opinion be in terms of trying to reduce any bulk standard violations?
Well, I think we've, with regards to the size of the house and the variances being requested, we've eliminated total impervious coverage requested totally. We're actually at the 40% that's allowed. we have reduced significantly by over 10% the lot coverage variance requested for the building. We've increased the nonconformity. We've increased the setback from Briar Avenue significantly, although it's still nonconforming and the variance is required. Believe it's an improvement. And we've also reduced the FAR. Total square footage of the home is 2768. It's not a large house by today's standards, and it does meet the needs of this family. I think one of the things the board has to consider is, can this property handle this requested violation of FAR? And I would submit to you that based on the testimony I've given about the size of the neighborhood and the diversity in the larger homes and larger lots, that this will fit in nicely, and I believe this lot can handle and allow, with no adverse impact, the requested FAR variance.
Are you also familiar with the, from putting on your planner's hat, the standard of proof required for both the variances required for this property?
Yes.
Could you explain what D or C variances and the various proofs as to your opinion?
Yes. Well, let's start with the C variances and the existing conditions of the lot area and the lot width. These are clearly C1 variances where there is a hardship. There's no available land to increase the size of the lot. The lot to the side and behind are, one is undersized, the other is a conforming lot, so no land could be purchased without causing the other lots to be either more substandard or become substandard. So there's no available land to be purchased to increase the size of the lot. So due to that effect, I believe there's a genuine hardship that will allow the board to grant variances for these two existing conditions of lot area and lot width. With regards to the other bulk violations we're requesting, namely the front setback to Overbrook and the front setback to Briar, I believe the board has the authority under the C2 criteria where I believe the benefits significantly outweigh the detriments. The benefits are we're going to take an older, tired, essentially functionally obsolete building, demolish it, move it away from the Briar right-of-way line to increase the setback. It's going to be an aesthetically pleasing, functional, built to modern code requirements. There will be an asset to the, certainly to the family that will enjoy it and to the neighborhood. I think that way promotes the general welfare. I see no significant detriment to the public good by building a new home on this property. And based on the size of the lot and its location and what I've mentioned, I don't see any negative impact to the zone plan or the master plan. I think those violations count for both the lot coverage and the setback violations. I alluded to it earlier, the FAR violation is a D variance. It requires different kinds of proof, and case law has shown that FAR violation is very similar to a conditional use variance in that, as I'd mentioned, the board has to decide, can this property handle this this proposed building that is slightly larger than the zone permits. We're now requesting 55% versus the 44. But again, that would have only been 37 where this is a larger lot. And again, the home will be in character to the neighborhood because of the other larger lots. Based on those, and lastly, I see no significant detriment to the public good or the master plan or the zone plan were this D-variance granted by the board.
Will the purposes of the municipal land use law be advanced should the board grant?
Yes, I think a number of them will be. Specifically, I believe that this application promotes the general welfare by bringing new housing stock into Edison. And I believe it provides adequate light, air, and open space, and it provides the efficient use of land.
I have no other questions of Mr. Fletcher this time.
Does the board have any questions for Mr. Fletcher?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Ms. Chabra?
Mr. Fletcher, so this application on this address was previously presented to us. Just to, summarize, previously the setbacks were 2.5 feet and 7.2 feet, and we weren't demolishing the structure. We were keeping that foundation we were building up previously, correct?
That's correct.
And now the whole structure is being demolished. It's going to be pushed back, much further back, 6 feet and 21 feet, correct?
That's correct.
And do you think it's going to be matching to the rest of the houses on the road?
There is a number of homes along Overbrook that are in violation of the front setbacks. It's not going to be out of place.
Got it. Okay. And then would you agree that the minimum lot area and the minimum lot width are essentially self-conflicted conflicts asking for variance because of the fact that the dwelling is being knocked down?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions, Mr. Fletcher?
Mr. Chairman?
Vice Chairman?
Yes, on your Exhibit A1 and your analysis for the neighborhood for the lot sizes, did you do an analysis for the maximum FAR, the lot coverage, and the front yard setback?
I did not.
All right, so just concern is the characteristics of the neighborhood. So, and on your Exhibit A2, on address 104, do you know what the FAR is on that particular house, on 104?
It appears to be very similar size to the existing home. It's one story. It's an older home.
All right, thank you.
Any other questions? Mr. Fletcher, given the character of the neighborhood, are there similar homes that have been rebuilt as you're proposing?
I'm not that familiar with the neighborhood to know, to answer that question.
Okay. So then the next question that I have is there anything could be done to reduce this FAR? Because, you went down 4% from where you were the last time you appeared. It's not, you're still about 11% over what's allowed for this property.
I would leave that to the client.
Mr. Little?
I will confer with him. I think this is the best he could do, but I will, if I could have a minute.
Okay, so we'll take a 2-minute recess?
Sure.
Great, thank you very much.
Thank you.
board return to session. Mr. Little?
Yes, I had the opportunity to speak to my client. I'm going to call him up. He has done some study of the other properties in the neighborhood and also give some more testimony as to the size of what he's looking to do.
Okay, that's fine.
So
Thank you.
I will call Mr. Patel.
Has he previously testified?
He
Is
did.
it sworn in?
Yes, he
Okay,
was.
so just, you're under oath still, okay? So please, go ahead.
Mr. Patel, you've heard us discuss the size of the home. There was some question about other homes in the neighborhood. Can you give, again, just a brief summary of some of your personal reasons why you want this size on this property?
Yeah, sure. So if I may refer back to my original testimony when we met last time, so this is just more than a new construction or just having a larger space is basically our multi-generational joint family need. If I may go back to a couple of more minutes, I want to take here to refresh or revise everybody with my testimony here that with this, me having a joint family, me, my wife, my 2 kids, 15-year-old, 10-year-old, my in-laws, mother-in-law, father-in-law, and my widowed mother. So this is my joint family. We always live together. In US, I've been living in Edison since 2012. Before that, I was in Australia for 7 years. We always live together. And we are going to live it together. So now with this small home and kids growing up, parents getting aged, that's where I am here to do these things for all of us here. So with this, most important, another factor is my father-in-law had a fall in December 2025, and he had fractures and all multiple injuries. His mobility is limited, and now he need a very supervised and comfortable bedroom downstairs, having bathroom facilities, supervised living facility type of thing. So those type of things are now critical for me to give the family. So that was also one of the critical point to have this type much of space, which I already downgraded, made the room smaller, even though it's not too big in a modern construction, current construction standard, but I still try to have a valuable feedback from you, and I try to achieve it from my side. Also, more importantly is this is not current condition. If the board is not considering in my favor, what will happen is I have to go back to my current living situation, which is currently right now, as many people I explain, now we have a living room. We don't have enough sleeping spaces. So we have to open up our sofa bed into the living room where my parents or somebody, me or somebody will be sleeping there every night. Now that is what is not a long-term solutions or a facility. It is practical at all. So it can also create additional obstacles, potential safety concerns for my family members. So these are the situations I am living in. By doing not that what I am going to do, I have to go back to this original because I am not going to put them apart in some different facilities and we live separately, not like that. So more importantly is very briefly, let me just finish it actually. So we are not trying to here to get a space. It's really a safe, private, for the kids and aged people, I want to give something which is going to be safe, practical, and medically necessary, more importantly. And also as our family values, I don't want to lose that. So saying that you asked to consider the reduced FAR, honestly, we looked at it for a whole month, what can be done with it. I sacrifice garages, for example, just for this particular space, we need it. I could have garage. I'm not having it. Even if you think that I close the walkout basement based on your valuable feedback, so I close the walkout basement just to have your feedback. And now my situation will be I'm demolishing garage, I'm demolishing shade, I'm not having attached garage. Imagine how I would be even managing grass cutting, I can give contract, but how outdoor living also, I just sacrifice just to give my family a better private, safe environment inside the home. So we did a lot of work behind here that we could in terms of, but as my planner explained, this will definitely blend into the community because there is always, I believe, in the beginning, these are very old homes, 100-year-old homes out there. My personal home, almost 100-year-old. So there is going to be a development, I believe, but my home will be a starting point. Other than also, as our attorney mentioned, the home opposite to me, second home left on opposite to me, is 83 Overbrook Avenue, which is the latest new construction on that street. They have a conforming lot, 7,700 square feet about, and they built 6,800 square feet home. If I would have that space, I would have not gone and asked you that much big of FAR, honestly, but because I have a limitation, I can't change my location. I am a follower of BAPS, which is just 2 minutes walk from my home, and we are deeply connected socio-spiritually with that organization. So there is no options in one way for us to even think otherwise. So we're not going to move from there because that's the most important even part. Then everything else will come after my family. So we're gonna stay there, and this facility will help these people along my family to do that. Another lot, 84 Overbrook Avenue, which is the second home on my left, that is a 10,000 square feet lot. And they have 4,236 square feet property that they are living into it. So all these couple of properties I'm just mentioning out loud here are second next to my home, second next to opposite my home. They are bigger homes. Now having the conforming lot, these other people, they have a bigger home, but my home on a corner lot, it will definitely look good and blend into this community when it will come up, and definitely will be an asset as well to my family and the Edison Township.
Thank you very much, Mr. Patel. Does the board have any questions?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Schneider.
Mr. Patel, I had just a couple questions here. You applied for 55% and the maximum allowed is 44, right? So there's a delta of like 11%, correct?
Yes.
And the board asked you, can we work with you, and if you could decrease that a little bit, right? So I'm looking at your plans. You have 4 bedrooms with 4 bathrooms attached to each bedroom, full baths. You have you have a living room, a family room on the second floor, and you have 2 laundry rooms. You have a pretty sizable walk-in closet in the master bedroom. There's not anything you could think of to decrease the percentage just a little bit to work with the board? I mean, you're at 50, it's 11%, and I'm just curious. And you know, it says guest bedroom on the first floor. I think I just heard during testimony.
That's my father-in-law bedroom.
Yeah, so now it's a permanent, it's a bedroom, not a guest bedroom.
No, I think they labeled guest, but it is going to be my father-in-law bedroom.
Yeah, and there's even a walk-in closet in that. So you can't find just a few percentage somewhere?
So yeah, definitely we can. So I don't know the process, honestly, how it goes from here on with that. But if it is something within this, approval that I have to go to the board, or do I have to come here? I don't know the process. Secondly, with this footprint, what I understood is FAR means reducing the footprint, right? Not just the living area. If for example, I know it may not be relevant, open to below and reduce some living space within this footprint, is that something bring FAR down, then the board may accept?
I'll let the experts answer that, but my impression is that you need to shrink the house, right? Right?
So FAR means house then.
I'm sure my client would consider reducing some of these points that you had brought up in terms of the bathrooms and perhaps the walk-in closets. And I'm not sure if there is a goal to be met by that, with the plans to be, the architectural plans would be approved if it falls under that, or whether we need to come back to resubmit a different architectural plan for that purpose.
So there's two ways that we've done this in the past, and I'll let Mr. Magaletto correct me if I'm wrong, because he has Esquire after his name. I do not. So we can set an FAR limitation where we say, you know, if we were to approve, and then it would then be based upon new plans to be submitted for review. You would then, if you were approved, you then receive the approval from the board, and then, you know, your new plans would then be reviewed by
We met that
the office
threshold.
upstairs. Correct.
Correct.
The other way to do it about is if you go, you know, back to the drawing board, you can figure out your plans, and then you can then resubmit them back to the board. And, you know, those plans are then, you know, you may, it's prior to us looking and say, this is the best we can do, and then there's a number.
Right, you just, as for the option B, I guess we'll call it, you say, well, you want to step back, come back in a month with new plans, revised plans, and we can review those before the board passes. Because you also don't want to have a res judicata situation either. So before the board acts, you can resubmit plans if that's what your client wants to do.
One moment. Well, my client asked, is there a threshold that we would be shooting for if the board knows that? We may be able to agree to that and make sure the plans fall in. If
You
not,
can make
we'd
that a
have-
condition, you're saying? The board can make that a condition of a certain percentage in order for approval?
Yeah, if there is
If there is a number, I don't know.
If there is a number in mind, we may be able to make that decision now. If you're not able to, we would then have to come back with a revised plans.
Does the board have any thoughts on?
I mean, speaking for myself, I felt we were really close, and we want to work with you. We want you to be happy and move your multi-generational family in. So when we proposed to you, would you be willing to shrink it a bit? The answer was no. That's what I heard from you.
Honestly,
So-
I don't know process. Sorry.
Right, and that's totally cool. So I think that we would be, I mean, I can't speak for anybody else. I think some sort of, you know, you're asking us to go 11% higher than we're supposed to, right? And we're saying to you, hey, can we meet somewhere in between? I'm not saying, I'm not comfortable calling a number myself, because I think it's just a matter of looking at your plans, and you have needs that your family has.
Can I propose, if board seems that fair, I just calculated out loud, if we can go 0.50, no more than 0.50, that I can try.
That was a number that was sticking to my head, so I'll yield to the rest of the.
I mean, personally, I like that number.
All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Then,
Let me just hang on, Mr. Little. Mr. Chhabra.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I like the number. My biggest thing is that, you know, the applicant is really improving that house. If you look at, you know, if I'm looking at 104, it's, you know, pushing the house in and reconstructing a new house, it's going to be much more conforming house that's going to look nice in the neighborhood. So I'm completely fine with that, set by the board.
Yeah, same here.
Thanks, Johnny. Anyone else? Vice Chairman?
well, if the board is willing to consider approval with the 0.5 number that Mr. Patel just proposed, we could accept that as a condition of approval.
Okay, and then you would then also agree to a condition that new plans will be submitted?
Of course.
Okay, all right. Okay, do you have anything to add before?
Are you going to open it up to?
Before we go to the public, so I just want to see if you have anything to add.
No, nothing. I'll
Okay.
give a real brief summary.
Okay, all right, thank you so much. So we'll now go out to the public. Anyone within 200 feet of the subject site wanting to be heard, if you're within 200 feet, you received a notice via certified mail. Seeing none, we'll go outside 200 feet. Can I get a motion to close the public portion?
Motion to close public portion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Sadada, second by Mr. Schneider. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Public portion is now closed. And Mr. Little, for summation.
Just very briefly, we appreciate, my client appreciates very much the willingness of the board to work with his needs and his family needs. This isn't a developer. This is a resident of Edison Township, and the board is listening to his needs. Very personal, multi-generational home. We've come back with a much more improved application. We're willing to, we've expressed willingness to accept the reduction as testified to as a condition and submit revised plans. With that, we would ask for the board's favorable consideration of the application.
Thank you very much. We'll go to the board.
Mr. Chair,
Ms. Chhabra.
I'd like to go ahead and make a motion to approve the application for 96 Overbrook Avenue with the conditional FAR not to exceed 50%. The proposed application here is a nominal request, making their current existing home fit better in the current neighborhood with the characteristics of the surrounding. The applicant from last meeting has amended their plans entirely to demolish and rebuild the dwelling, pushing it back and significantly improving the front setbacks.
I second that.
Motion made by Mr. Chhabra, second by Mr. Schneider. Roll call, please.
Mr. Cerrito?
Yes on the motion.
Mr. Chhabra?
Yes to the motion.
Mr. Johnny?
Yes to the motion.
Mr. Schneider?
Yes to the motion.
Mr. Sadaha?
Yes to the motion.
Vice Chair O'Gorman?
Yes to the motion.
And Chairman Kamba?
I wanted to thank the applicant for working with us, for hearing our concerns. We heard you out, and you met us in the middle. We greatly appreciate that. We wish you the best of luck. I vote yes on the motion. You receive unanimous approval. Thank you so much, Mr. Little.
Thank you very much.
We're going to take a 3-minute recess. We still got a lot of work to do. Thank you. The board will return to session. Madam Secretary, next case on the agenda, please.
Case number Z14, 2026, Priyank Patel at 37 Gurley Road. Applicant is seeking bulk and use variances to construct a new two-story single-family dwelling with a one-car garage. The following standards have not been met. Max FAR required is 0.44, proposed is 0.48. Max height required is 32 feet, proposed is 33.5 feet. Max lot coverage required is 23%, proposed is 27%. Minimum rear yard setback required is 30 feet, proposed is 22.9 feet. And minimum lot area required is 7,500 square feet, proposed is 7,111 square feet. Affected property is located in the RB zone, designated as block number 25606, lot number 30 on the Edison Township tax map. All noticing paperwork is in order.
Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the board, board professionals. Thank you for hearing our application. My name is Pankaj Maknor. I'm from the law firm of Wiley Lavender Maknor, appearing on behalf of the applicants Priyank Kumar and Mansi Patel with respect to 37 Gurley Road, block 256.06, lot 30, case number Z14, 2026. By way of clarification, on the agenda, the height that is being proposed is 33.5. However, our application is for 32.5. Just wanted to clear that up first. The applicant seeks approval to demolish the existing one-story single-family residence and construct a two-story single-family residence with an attached one-car garage. The home is a 3-bedroom, 1-bath residence currently with no garage. The applicants live there with their young child. Mr. Patel's parents are moving into the property as a multi-generational household. The property currently sits on a lot that has some constraints. It's an undersized lot of 7,111 square feet, where the required is 7,500 in this zone. It's also irregularly configured with the rear lot line northwest angling inward. To the left of the property is a corner lot, which also causes the issue in the back lines. There was an original plan that was submitted, which had a larger property proposed, which had an FAR of 0.5471. The applicant on their own had went through it, revised it, and submitted a revised plan with an FAR of 0.4876. The required permitted FAR in this zone is 0.44. With that, the main reduction as a testimonial provided was removing a 2-car garage, having a 1-car garage, reducing some key rooms for mechanical and other elements just so it fits what's needed. This evening, we will present the testimony of the homeowner, Mr. Patel, along with the builder, architect, and finally our professional planner. The homeowner will just provide some testimony as to ownership of the house, his living arrangements, and his goal for this project. The builder will testify as to the other projects he's done in the area, his goal for this project, based on what the homeowner wanted. We'll also have the architect provide testimony as to the original design and the reductions that were made by them prior to coming to this application. And finally, we'll have the professional planner address the statutory requirements for the required variances, seeking a D4 variance for the FAR. We'll also present C1 and C2 variance relief for the bulk relief. With that, I'd like to call my first witness.
Please do.
I'd like to call my first witness, the homeowner, Priyank Patel.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give this evening is the whole truth? Yes, please state your name.
My name is Priyank Patel, Priyank Patel. I live at 37 Gurley Road.
Thank you, Priyank. How long have you lived in Edison?
Yeah, so thank you, first of all, to chairman and council members for giving me the opportunity to speak. I've been living in the Edison for the last 1 year. However, my connection to the Edison Township is for past 20 years. I'm affiliated with BAPS Temple. That's across my street. And I've been volunteering there over the weekends. My dad, who's going to be living with me, my parents, he's volunteering there for 7 days a week for past 20 years. So we have a long connection to the Edison Township. Additionally, my friends and my family who are here, they're also living across the street from me. So it's very connected community, which I've had a connection for past 20 years.
And currently, who lives with you at 37 Gurley?
Yeah, so it's my wife, my daughter, 4-year-old daughter, and my parents and myself.
And can you just describe how many bedrooms and bathrooms are in the property?
Yes, so I have 3 small bedrooms, living area, kitchen, and a 1 bathroom.
That's 1 full bathroom?
Yes, 1 full bathroom.
Is there any half bathrooms?
No.
So the reason for this application is you're seeking to create a larger home to accommodate your house, your family?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so given my multi-generational family, it was not adequate because my dad has an arthritis, and so we needed a bigger house with additional bedrooms and accommodate extended family that I'm going to be extending my family as well in the future. So I wanted to make sure we have a multi-story facility to accommodate both me and my family and my parents as well.
And for this project, what was your first step? Did you reach out to professional?
Yeah, so I reached out to both the architect and the contractor to just brainstorm the ideas on what can be possible. And so we first came up with our initial design. And so we submitted an original application, as my lawyer said, that was for 54.7% FAR. Then we went back to drawing board on our own because we wanted to have a good faith effort to reduce it and be reasonably compliant. So we reduced it down to 48.7 and resubmitted our plans.
And what was the big change in the initial plan that was submitted, which had a 0.547 FAR to the second plans?
Yeah, so I basically went from 2-car garage to 1-car garage, and there was a mechanical and a pantry area extending the back of the garage, which I cut in half as well, removed it.
And for this, there is an existing shed on the property, correct?
Yes, yeah.
That's being removed as part of this project?
That's right, yeah. So I'm going to be removing that as well.
Currently, is there enough space in the driveway for parking? Or would this garage be required?
Yeah, so with the 1-car garage, what I'm planning to do is just, if possible, have an extra driveway so that way I have 3 cars, so I don't have to take up the space on the street. So that's why we have had an extra driveway, yeah.
And the builder you reached out for this project, what was their name?
Yeah, so he's 3G Construction. His name is Piyush Patel. He's here as well.
I have no further questions for.
Board have any questions for Mr. Patel?
Yeah, what's the proposed height of the?
32.5.
32.5. Okay.
32
Thank you.
feet, 5.5 inches.
Well, the 32 feet, 5 1/4 inches, correct?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
Mr. Chairman,
Mr.
do you have the basement?
Sorry?
You're planning to have a basement?
Yeah, unfinished basement, yeah.
Unfinished?
Unfinished.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Zadata. Any other questions? Seeing none? Thank you very much, Mr. Patel.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, I'd like to call my next witness, our builder for the application.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give this evening is the whole truth? Okay, have a seat and just speak to the microphone, please. Thank you.
Yes, I do.
Thank you. All right.
Please state your name.
My name is Piyush Patel. I'm the owner of Shriji Construction, Piyush Patel.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Mr. Patel. Can you just state for the record what is the name of your company and your occupation? My name of the company is Shriji Construction, and I'm the owner of the company. And what does Shriji Construction do? We build a lot of residential buildings around Edison area. I started initially in Jersey City, but the last 4 or 5 years since I moved to Edison, I've been building quite around this area. How'd you first meet the applicant, Mr. Patel? We met at the Baptist Temple since I moved from Jersey City, and from that we got closer with the community, and that's how we got to know each other more further. Did Mr. Patel approach you about doing a renovation or at his property at 37 Gurley Road? Yes, he did. At the temple, he said we have a property and we plan to extend the property. And then we went over what options he has in order for his family to get satisfied with the needs of the requirements they have. Did you connect Mr. Patel with an architect for this project? Yes, I did. I work with the architect John Vigio on a regular basis, so I recommend them to John to be part of this project as well. Have you done similar projects in the area? Yes, actually in Gurley Road, the last 3 years I've built almost like 4 to 5 properties in the same street, maybe like less than 200 feet off that subject property itself. Can you provide some of the addresses? Yes, one of them is 13 Gurley Road, 8 Gurley Road, and the recent one we just finished about a few months back is 24 Gurley Road. Is the design of this house for the applicant, Mr. Patel, in line with the designs of these other houses that you had done in the area? Yes, so that's one of the things we were focusing on. We don't want this to be the odd project in the whole street, so it stands out. So we made the facade and everything similar to what's already in the area, so it fits in very good with the neighborhood and the characteristic of the neighborhood. Are you familiar with the revised plans that were submitted, reducing the size of the house? Yes, I am. And is the summation from Mr. Patel correct on what was the reduction? Yes, the main purpose of this plan, because the lot has a weird shape in the back, that's why we are asking the board to give us the variances that's required. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here, because I've done similar houses in the area, and none of them went at the planning board. Thank you. I have no further questions.
Does the board have any questions for Mr. Patel? Seeing none. Thank you very much, Mr. Patel.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to call my next witness, our architect for the application.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you'll give this evening is the whole truth? Okay, please speak to the microphone, state your name, spell it, and your business affiliation and address. Thank you.
My name is John Reggio, architect. Spelt, can you hear?
Closer.
You can put your hand down.
Hold on.
Okay, great. My name is John Reggio, architect. JOHNRIGGIO. My address is 172 Main Street, Suite 33, in Metuchen, New Jersey, 08840.
And Mr. Riggio, if you could please provide the board with a brief summary of your background qualifications.
Yes, I'm a licensed architect in New Jersey for many years, since approximately 1999. And I've been working on many projects each year in the local area of central New Jersey, including the township of Edison.
And your license is current and good standing?
Yes, it is.
You may proceed. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Ruggiero. You were approached by Mr. Patel for this project at 37 Gurley Road, correct?
Yes, correct.
And for that project, Mr. Patel had reached out to you about replacing the existing one-story, three-bedroom, one-bath house with a two-story house, correct?
Yes, he's interested in demolishing his existing house and building a new house structure. He wanted to build a new structure, removing the old house.
The current house that's there with three bedrooms, one bath, did you view the house in its current condition?
No, because there was no issue that he was going to keep the house. I saw pictures of it, but he was 100% determined to remove the house and demolish it.
The original plans submitted in April 2026 had an FAR of .5471. And that has since been reduced to .4876. Can you just reiterate to the board what the reduction was for?
Okay, so the initial FIR had to do with the client's requirements. He had a whole program of square footages he wanted to keep on the house, some ideas of maybe even expanding the house later. And that came to a full square footage of approximately 3,800 square feet. With the board proceeding, he started to reconsider thinking about economizing the space. I suggested a full cellar. He changed to a full cellar idea and has reduced it down to about 34.50. So the square footage is reduced at this point.
And the basement is unfinished, right? That's proposed for this?
Yes, correct.
And in behind the garage, there is a room, a mechanical room. Can you describe what that room will hold?
Yeah, that's just a multi-use room, mechanical room, potential washroom, pantry storage. It was just a room where you would exit the garage and you'd enter into sort of like a mud room with a multi-use.
And these items and uses would be provided there and rather than put into the basement.
Yes, that's correct.
The current design, how many bedrooms and bathrooms are in there?
I'd have to reference the drawings.
If you reference the drawings, please tell us what sheet numbers, okay? Thank you.
Okay, so the last design comes to 4 bedrooms on the second floor and 1 on the first floor. The bedroom on the first floor is usually termed a guest bedroom.
And how many bathrooms?
Okay, so we have a rough-in bathroom for the basement.
Identify the page and sheet for the board.
Yes, that is on sheet A1. The basement has 1 rough-in for future finishing. First floor, we have 1 full bathroom. And on the second floor, we have 2 full bathrooms.
Despite these reductions from the original plan to now, do the additional bedrooms and bathrooms provide the necessary space for the homeowner and their parents?
Yes, of course. Yes, all the spaces are adequate for all the new occupants of the house.
Is it in your professional opinion you have reduced the project as much reasonably practicable, still accomplishing the homeowner's basic objectives?
Yes, I think the project square footage is reduced. A lot of that had to do with the request of the client wanting more and more square footage. The house could get reduced more. It could get reduced within the FIR, but I think it has to do with the client desiring a larger house over 3,100 square feet. So that is why the numbers were 3,800 square feet, and then brought down to now 3,450 square feet on the house.
I have no further questions.
Does the board have any questions for Mr. Riggio?
I don't have any questions.
Seeing none. Thank you very much, Mr. Riggio.
Thank you. Thank you, Chairman. I'd like to call my last witness, the planner for our project.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you'll give this evening is the whole truth?
I do.
Please state your name and give your business affiliation and address.
John DuPont, it's D-U-P-O-N-T, JPD Engineering, 756 Jackson Road, Stewartsville, New Jersey.
Mr. DuPont, you have appeared before the board prior. If you could just give us the brief summary of your background qualifications.
So tonight, I am here as a professional planner. I've been a professional planner in the state of New Jersey for about 20 years. I have served as the Board of Cartwright Planner for the last 20 years or so. I've been in front of this board as a planner as well.
License, current, and good standing?
They are.
You may proceed. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so Mr. DuPont, thank you again, and have you proceed with your testimony on 37 Gurley.
Yeah, so I have reviewed the application, the survey, and the site plan, and the existing and proposed conditions of the property. The property is within the RB zone. The subject property is currently developed with a single-family dwelling on it. The applicant does live on site. The existing residence is older, relatively small one-story dwelling containing approximately 1,024 square feet. It is 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. The existing dwelling does have several non-conforming conditions. The lot area is 7,111 square feet. 7,500 square feet is required. The rear yard setback currently is 25.2 feet, while the requirement is 30 feet. And the lot coverage currently 37%, while the maximum allowable is 23%. So the applicant does propose to remove all the existing improvements and construct a new single-family home. The property will still be used exclusively as a single-family residence, consistent with the character of the RB zone. The proposed residence is intended to provide a modern, functional home for the applicant and his family. The applicant intends to occupy the residence with his wife, his child, and his parents. The home will contain 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and an office. While the proposed residence is larger than the existing home, it still remains a single-family dwelling designed to accommodate 1 household. From a planning standpoint, I consider the applicant's family circumstances useful in understanding the design of the proposed residence. However, my variance opinions are based upon primarily the physical characteristics of the property and the land use consequences of the proposed development. Existing constraints. I've already said it, the lot is a reduced size lot. It's an irregular shaped lot as well. It's 75 feet by 70, 85 feet by 70 feet and irregular shaped. And I'm gonna hand out a couple exhibits for you too, if that's okay.
We'll mark these A1.
Can you describe them as far as the number of pages, what they represent, please?
I will. So the first page is a JPD Engineering exhibit created. It shows on the right side of the page all the lots within 200 and 300 feet. On the top left, it shows an aerial covering about the same location, but from Google Earth. And then the bottom left is our property, a little zoomed in. So
just
if I
stop for a
may.
second. So this is 4 sheets. The first page is the,
Oh, I'm sorry,
yeah, that's fine, yeah. So it's, again, you prepared this exhibit?
I did.
And the first page, you prepared that, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, and that's dated 8/18/2026?
Correct.
Okay, and the next 3 pages are photographs. Who took those photographs?
I took those photographs. Those are 3 newer homes on the block, and we'll talk about them specifically.
All right, thank you. Please proceed.
So the existing violations of the property, a survey was submitted, and you can see that. If you'd like me to review that, the current violations, I can. But if not, I will move forward to the variance relief requested for this application. Existing additions, again, lot area, it's not being changed. The rear yard setback requirement minimum is 30 feet. We are now proposing 22 feet 9 inches. The maximum lot coverage permitted is 23%. Remember, under proposed conditions, existing conditions, it was 37. We're actually reducing the impervious. We're bringing it down to 27%. The maximum building height, 32 feet. We are proposing 32.5 feet. And the maximum FAR allowed in the zone is 0.44. As you heard, there was an initial submission of 0.54. The submission in front of you tonight is 0.487. So if we look at how to address the variances and how to satisfy the criteria, I see a C1 hardship. The lot is both undersized and irregularly shaped. The lot only contains 7,111 square feet compared to the 7,500 minimum. The irregular geometry further constrains the location and configuration of the permitted building envelope. Strict application of all the dimensional requirements to this existing parcel therefore creates practical difficulties in designing a reasonable and functional modern home. This is not a situation that the applicant has created. The applicant did not propose a subdivision. This is an existing lot, and it's an existing hardship. The applicant begins with an existing non-conforming parcel and is attempting to replace an older residence with a modern single-family home. In my opinion, those physical characteristics provide an appropriate land-based foundation to request bulk relief. The rear yard setback in the RB zone required 30 feet. The applicant is now proposing 22 feet 9 inches. Under existing condition, it was 25, so we kept it as close as we could to try not to make it worse. The purpose of the rear yard setback includes providing appropriate separation between structures, preserving light, air, and open space, and limiting the impact on neighboring properties. In my opinion, 22 feet and 9 inches continues to provide a meaningful physical separation between the proposed building and the rear property line. And I do want to show you, if you look on the exhibit, on the cover sheet of the exhibit, it's going to be hard to tell, hard to see, but I'm going to go to the bigger copy I have on the easel. On the top left portion, there's a Google Earth image.
You could bring that closer to us. We don't bite.
Want to bring this closer?
But they buy me a pair of binoculars.
Well, you have a handout, but I certainly would.
I know, but it's easier to see what you're referring to.
I agree.
If I wanted to argue, I'd stay home.
I'm going to come up.
There we go. Thank you.
So on the top portion, on the bottom left corner of that map, we show the 37 girl you zoomed in, and I show rear yard setbacks of the 3 surrounding properties: 24 feet, 27 feet, and 25 feet. Just to give you a flavor that our 22 feet 9 inches is pretty close to the existing surrounding and provides certainly light, air, open space. Next is lot coverage. Again, we're allowed 0.23% maximum. We are proposing 0.27. That represents a reduction from the existing 37%. The existing deficient lot area is relevant to the calculation because the lot is expressed as a percent of the total lot area. It is also relevant that the proposed residence contains only a 1-car garage, and it was only 1 story as well. So even though it's closer to this rear yard setback, that portion is only 1 story instead of 2. The client made a conscious effort to reduce that. In my opinion, the 20% lot coverage can be accommodated on this particular property without a substantial adverse impact to the existing properties. Building height. The permitted building height is 32 feet. We are proposing 32.5. It's a request of 6 inches exceeding the limit. I think that's very modest dimensional request. The relevant question is whether this proposed additional 6 inches produces any meaningful land use impact in terms of building mass, light, air, open space, and in my professional opinion, it does not. Floor area ratio. The permitted FAR is 0.44. The applicant is currently proposing 0.487. As you heard, the applicant has already reduced that FAR. The FAR should be evaluated in terms of actual building being proposed in relationship to the property and surrounding neighborhood, rather than simply considering the numerical difference in isolation. The proposed dwelling contains 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, an office, and is intended to function as a single residence. The increase in floor area does not create an additional dwelling unit or introduce a more intensive land use classification. The house remains in character with the neighborhood and will continue to function as a single-family home. There are, in your handout, 3 photographs. This neighborhood is currently, it's an older neighborhood, and it's currently going through some changes. And I gave you 3 pictures of new homes that were built recently. The first photograph is 1 Roger Road. It's a corner home, and that's that first white home with the darker door. The second photograph is 13 Gurley, actually built by this builder. Recently built a nice home, white brick, just down the block. And the third home is 24 Gurley, even closer to our property, again built by this builder. This is going to be a similar type of home. And you'll see this happening in a neighborhood as you see the old homes getting updated and renovated. That gives you kind of a flavor of what the applicant's proposing and how it's going to match the neighborhood. So the proposed FAR does not result in a building that is incapable, incompatible with a residential use and is not substantially detrimental to the surrounding property. The site can certainly handle the increased FAR. We are providing light, air, open space. We are meeting building setbacks, or at least improving building setbacks where we can. We could also look at this as a C2, where the benefits outweigh the detriments. In my opinion, there is identifiable planning benefits associated with the application. An older, smaller, and outdated residence is being replaced with a modern single-family home. The redevelopment allows an existing undersized and irregular-shaped parcel to continue to function as a productive single-family property. The design provides functional living space while maintaining a meaningful yard areas and off-street parking. Height deviation is only 6 inches. The rear yard deviation is 22 feet, but there is enough rear yard space between properties. And most importantly, the property will remain a single-family home. I believe the application will advance several purposes of the MLUL. The application will promote appropriate use of land and development in a manner which promotes general welfare. It allows existing residential parcel to be reinvested in and improved while maintaining the single-family character. The design will also provide appropriate light, air, and open space. The application will promote a desirable visual environment by replacing an older home with a new. With respect to negative criteria, I don't see any substantial detriment to the public good. The use still remains a single-family home. The lot area is existing. The rear yard setback is reasonable. The lot coverage is only 4%, and height deviation is only 6 inches, and the FAR has been worked on by the applicant to get in line with the neighborhood. I also consider whether granting the relief would substantially impair the intent and purpose of the zone plan or zoning ordinance. In my opinion, it does not. In conclusion, the application concerns an existing undersized lot in its irregular shape. The applicant is proposing to replace the older 3-bedroom home with a new modern dwelling. The applicant will continue to occupy the household with his family. No change in fundamental residential use of the property. The applicant does seek relief. In my opinion, the existing deficiency of lot area and irregular shape is a legitimate relief, is a legitimate land-based reason for the relief. I also believe that the application presents benefits under the C2 criteria that substantially outweigh the detriment. The proposed residential development is a reasonable development of existing property. The deviation will allow a modern single-family home. And for those reasons, I think the relief can be granted, and that is my professional opinion. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Does the board have any questions, Mr. Dupont?
Mr. Chairman?
Vice Chairman.
So, Mr. Dupont, based on your Exhibit A1 and your testimony, this proposed application will meet the characteristics of the neighborhood?
Certainly will.
Thank you.
Any other questions, Mr. Dupont?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Ms. Chopper?
Mr. Dupont, do we have a site plan for this prepared, for this?
You do not have a site plan.
Okay, just curious.
You had a plot plan from on the architectural plans only.
Okay. So there's nothing with the grading or anything that's being disturbed?
Not yet. I assume the engineering department, if it's approved, will require a site improvement plan at your local engineering department.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Any other questions? Seeing none? Thank you very much, Ms. Dupont. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have no further witnesses.
Okay, so we'll now go out to the public, and then we'll go to summation. So anyone within the public, anyone in the public wanting to be heard, if you're, we're going to start it within 200 feet. If you're within 200 feet of subject site, you receive the notice via certified mail. Seeing none, we'll go outside at 200 feet. Seeing none, can I get a motion to close the public portion?
Motion to close public portion?
Motion made by Mr. Schneider, second by Mr. Johnny. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Public portion is now closed. Mr. McNamara, do you have any summation?
I believe with the testimony provided, we've presented our position. Essentially, this is a irregular, undersized lot. The homeowner is not a builder. He wants to improve the house, stay in the neighborhood. His kids are young. They'll be going to school in the neighborhood. He wants to continue this use as a single-family house. Our planner had gone through the C1 and C2 criteria and the D4 criteria for the FAR. And I think just seeing the board's response to FAR applications, and I think it was just beneficial for the owner to make the changes on their own rather than coming here and trying to limit this as best as they could. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'll go to the board.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve this application based on meeting the positive and negative criteria, meeting the master plan and the local laws, zoning laws, and also meeting the characteristics of the neighborhood.
Second. Motion made by Vice Chairman O'Gorman, seconded by Mr. Sadata. Roll call, please.
Mr. Chaba? Well, I can allow.
Yes to the motion.
Mr. Cerrito?
Yes on the motion.
Mr. Johnny?
Yes to the motion.
Mr. Schneider?
Yes to the motion.
Mr. Sadaha?
Yes to the motion.
Vice Chair O'Gorman?
Yes to the motion.
And Chairman Kamba?
Yes on the motion. Unanimous approval. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Have a good evening.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, members of the board.
Thank you very much. All right, so we're going to move right along. Next case.
Case number Z11, 2026, NJ American Water, Inc. at 2160 Oak Tree Road. Applicant is seeking prelim and final site plan along with a use D variance for the expansion of the existing booster pump station building and associated improvements to the water boost pump station on the property. Standards have not been met in accordance with the master plan. Public utility facilities are not a permitted use in this zone. Affected property is located in the OSRC zone designated as block number 415, lot number 25 on the Edison Township tax map. All noticing paperwork is in order.
Good evening, council.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For the record, my name is Neil O'Brien. I'm an attorney with the law firm of Archer and Greiner. Here on behalf of the applicant, New Jersey American Water Company, a public utility regulated by the New Jersey Board of Public Utilities, who also has facilities and service areas within the borders of your township. This application relates to a facility where, as I think you'll have seen from our
Mr. O'Brien, I'm sorry. One of our members just stepped away for a second. So
sorry.
I'll tell you what, we'll take a 2-minute recess.
Sure.
Thank you so much. Board return to session.
Neil O'Brien from the law firm of Archer and Griner for the applicant, New Jersey American Water Company. New Jersey American Water, of course, is a public utility, one of the public utilities operating in the borders of your township, providing potable water service. One such facility owned and operated by New Jersey American Water is at 2160 Oak Tree Road, identified as Block 415, Lot 25 on your tax maps. It's located in a conservation OSR-C zoning district. Public utilities are not permitted by ordinance within that zoning district. This facility has existed since the 1950s. It was previously owned by Elizabethtown Water. This project is a very limited in development scope. It's simply the replacement of a booster pump station, which is a small building which houses booster pumps which transfer water from one part of the system to another, or in other words, between gradients. It is a vital, critical piece of utility infrastructure in that regard, in that it ensures the adequacy of water supply to your residents and residents of additional, of other townships. The property is extremely large, but this facility exists on a very small portion of it, and in fact, this project disturbs only 0.86 acres. Because public utilities are not permitted, we're asking for D2 use variance approval for the expansion of an existing non-conforming use. And we're also asking, of course, for site plan approval, preliminary and final. There are no bulk variances associated with the project. So with that, if I could ask our engineer to step forward and be sworn by counsel.
Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give this evening is the whole truth?
Yes.
Okay, please state your full name and your business affiliation and address.
Joseph Bongiovanni, Jacobs Engineering. We're at 412 Mount Campbell Ave in Morristown, New Jersey. I've been a professional engineer in the state of New Jersey since 2002.
You're familiar with this project? You're familiar with water systems engineering?
I'm just going to qualify him first, Mr. O'Brien.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. So your license are current and good standing?
Yes.
Great, you may proceed. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Bongiovanni, if you could start by just giving the board an orientation to the property, the overall property itself. And we have on the easel, Council, an aerial overlay of the site, which we'll call A1. In just a few minutes, Mr. Bongiovanni is going to flip that over, and he's going to have a zoomed aerial, which is really the same picture, but zoomed in just to the site, and we'll call that A2.
That's fine. You'll provide the digital copies to the board secretary?
We did that today, but we'll provide them again if we need to.
Okay, I just wasn't aware of that. All right. If they were received, fine. You've got a confirmation before you leave. It's fine. Thank you.
So, Mr. Bongiovanni, if you could just orient the board to the property and what's around it.
Yeah, sure. So the property is located at 2160 Oak Tree Road. It's block 415, lot 25. The property is about 61 acres. It's bound by Oak Tree Road to the south, which is where the primary access to the site is. To the west is a residential neighborhood. Amongst other streets, Booth Court is in the area. The Conrail Railroad is to the east, and there's a wooded area to the north owned by Edison Township. It's open space recreation in the open space recreation district, and as you know, based on that exhibit, you can see it is heavily wooded and fairly isolated.
In fact, you probably wouldn't know the facility was there unless somebody told you where to go looking for it.
Yeah, that's correct.
Most of the existing improvements are oriented towards the center of the site, except for the water tanks, which also exist on the property. Is any work proposed around or to those water tanks?
No.
So it's all related to the booster station facility at the middle of the property?
That's correct.
So what's out there now, existing facilities related to the booster station? Could you describe for the board, what does that entail?
Sure, sir. So besides the tanks, there are several other buildings at the facility. There is a generator building. It also houses the main electrical gear. There are three actual buildings that house pumping equipment. There's another building that houses the water quality analyzer for the facility. And that's basically it.
And the booster station contains 6 booster pumps, correct?
The proposed station contains 6 booster pumps, that's correct.
Okay. In terms of operation of the facility, obviously this facility has to be secured. It's currently surrounded by a chain link fence with an extra foot of barbed wire. How tall is that fence?
I believe it's 6 foot.
With the additional foot of barbed wire. And there are a couple of sections of that are being replaced in kind, correct?
That's correct.
What kind of vehicle access, vehicle circulation is needed out here?
For day-to-day use, it's an unmanned facility, so there's not anyone there all the time, but it is visited daily by operations staff, generally in a typical utility truck.
So where do those vehicles park, or where do they station would probably be a better word when they visit the facility?
They park in various locations depending on the building they're visiting.
So wherever their assigned task or maintenance responsibility is, that's where they would station?
That's correct.
We don't provide dedicated parking spaces out here for that same reason, right?
That's right.
But there is plenty of space for the operations you've described.
Yes.
We also provided a fire truck turning template as part of the application, correct?
That's correct.
Any issues with fire circulation or access?
No.
There's no treatment facilities on site here, right? It's just as we've described, it's a booster station to move water from one part of the system to another.
Right, no chemical facilities.
So there's no chemical deliveries, no tank trucks or anything like that?
No, just a few oil deliveries for the emergency generator.
Okay. There's any public access to this facility?
No, it's secure, and it's also monitored by CCTV.
And how is trash and recycling handled?
It's minimal, given the daily operation is just, 1 or 2 operators coming to the site, so.
And so you said the facility's unmanned.
That's correct.
But it is 24-hour operation, correct?
24-hour operation, yes.
Because the water has to be provided 24 hours a day. So if you could explain to the board, what is a booster station in probably better terms than I described it?
Well, yeah, booster is a good word. We are boosting pressure from one location to another. And we're doing that with, as mentioned, six various sized pumps.
And then the purpose being to move water from
One pressure gradient to a higher pressure gradient.
So if the water can't flow by gravity, it needs booster pumps to move it into that higher pressure.
We all need, the pressure at the houses, pressure at the hydrants.
And how long has this facility been here?
70-plus years.
At the 1950s?
1950s, yes.
And why is this action necessary at this time?
Well, the equipment's getting antiquated. A lot of it's reached its end of life, and this is really just a replacement of existing equipment.
Okay, and so how big will the new building be?
It's approximately 1,600 square foot, single-story building.
And how will it be accessed?
There are double doors and some other access and egress points into the building.
And will there be driveways approaching these double doors?
There will be a small driveway, yes.
What's the increase in building coverage here associated with this project?
We are increasing 635 square feet.
And the property you said is over 60 acres?
Over 60 acres, yeah.
How about impervious?
We are increasing 938 square feet on impervious.
So what's current and what's proposed, approximately?
It's going from 5417 to 6,355.
And what other improvements are necessary associated with this project?
So we have electrical upgrades that are part of this project with, we're putting in new pumps. So other than that, site improvements, some pavement, sidewalks, new stormwater facilities.
Some underground mains?
Underground utilities, yes. Minimal fencing replacement, a small retaining wall, just because of some of the grading in the area. I think that's a good solution.
How will the buildings be externally? How will they be lit?
Lighting is minimal. We just have lighting necessary for safe egress.
Wall-mounted, downward lighting?
Wall-mounted, yes.
Near the ingress and egress doors?
That's correct.
Any other changes to lighting on site?
No.
One of the review letters we received asked us to prove up and that there would be 0 foot candles at residential property lines. Are you confident that we'll be able to do that?
Yes, given the setbacks and the vegetation in the area, yes.
Approximately what are we talking about in terms of setbacks to side property lines from the booster station?
To the residential, the closest residential location, it's about 575 feet.
No new signage is proposed or needed?
No new signage.
So what will these improvements do for the local water system?
It'll give them modern facilities built to the current standards and obviously replace the antiquated equipment that's reached its end of life.
So would it be fair to say that it'll support adequate supply of safe and dependable water throughout the service area?
Yes.
For residential, business, firefighting, medical, all those uses that need water?
Yes.
This project doesn't qualify as major development for stormwater purposes, right?
That's correct, yeah, under an acre and not enough impervious.
But nonetheless, what's proposed out here?
From a stormwater standpoint, we're proposing to put in 2 dry wells. They're mainly servicing the roof runoff. And we do have some yard inlets that'll be discharging into the dry wells as well. Primarily, other than that, there's just sheet flow off the property.
Okay. And from the board engineer's review letter, you responded to the stormwater comments in the letter that we received before the technical review committee meeting, correct?
That's correct, yes.
And then we received another review letter, which we have also responded to those comments, and you're confident we can work with the board engineer to resolve all the stormwater comments in both of those review letters?
Yes.
So if you don't mind, just approach the exhibits there. And first of all, just quickly, we've been talking here, but we haven't been doing much pointing. You just flip over to A2, and again, point out the adjacent property lines, the location of the facilities, where the new building's going to be, just so we have, and the egress from the property as well.
Sure, let me start with this one, just because I'm not sure how much this shows. It's pretty
And
expansive.
by this one, you mean A1, correct?
This is A1, yeah.
And that's prepared by your office, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
That's correct. All right, let me turn this over, actually.
So now you're referring to
This is
A2.
Exhibit 2, maybe A2.
Is there a sheet number on that also?
It is EX002.
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So yeah, setbacks 575 feet from the nearest residential Conrail line down here. Access is from Oak Tree Road. It's a small entrance. You'd probably pass it up if you weren't paying attention or knew where it was. The actual disturbance, the actual project is happening somewhat in the middle. You can see some of the pavement improvements and the small building in the background.
This property contains a lot of natural vegetation.
Yeah, heavily wooded, yes.
As a result, the water company's not proposing any landscaping associated with this project?
That's correct.
Are you confident that the booster station is adequately buffered by virtue of that natural vegetation?
Yes.
And there's probably not a whole lot you could do to supplement that buffering? In other words, there isn't really opportunity to plant additional buffering
I don't see
trees?
any real opportunity, no.
Okay. So if you don't mind, just if you could switch to our last exhibit, which is a rendering of the building showing the materials, which again was requested in the board planner's review letter. And if you could start by
Before you do that, though, who prepared that document?
This is also my office.
Okay, and that's A3 then, council? Okay, thank you.
If you could start by just talking about the consistency of the proposed design with the existing building design, and then just describe what that design is.
Yeah, it's pretty simplistic. It's a masonry building. It's split-face CMU block, insulated, metal doors. It matches what was out there, what we're demolishing. We're basically putting back a very similar building. Roof hatches on the top for pump removals, and you'll see some louvers for ventilation.
And building's about 17 and a half feet high?
17 and a half feet high,
And again,
yes.
just north of 1,600 square feet, small building.
Yes.
What's the nature of the roof?
That's a flat roof, EPDM roof.
What other approvals are involved in this project?
We have the NJDEP, Bureau of
Construct and
Water.
operate.
Forgetting,
Construct.
BWSC.
Yeah.
A lot of acronyms. That's basically their permit to construct for water facilities. Soil erosion sediment control through the Freehold Soil Conservation District, or not Freehold,
County, no interest, right?
yep.
And then one more, just
Middlesex
construction
County,
activity,
right?
stormwater,
Yes, the stormwater 5G3.
5G3.
Construction permit.
And we will coordinate in accordance with the procedures outlined in the review letters with the township with the various follow-up permits and approvals that are necessary to approach construction here.
Yes.
Any questions for Mr. Bongiovanni?
So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the professionals' letters, give them an opportunity just to respond, and then we'll go to the board for questions. Okay? All right. Mr. Carley, you waited very patiently.
Chairman. Am I good, Frankie? All right. That's the most important thing. As Mr. Bongiovanni testified, we issued a revised letter to reflect Jacobs Engineering's resubmittal. And this afternoon, I had the opportunity to have an extensive conference with Mr. Bongiovanni's associate, Jason Kernath. We reviewed the letter at length, and I'm comfortable with representations made before the board by Mr. Bongiovanni and Mr. Kernath's ability to address the remaining comments. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Knight.
I don't have any comments or questions.
Thank you very much. All right, so now we'll go to the board. If the board has any questions for Mr. Bongiovanni. Seeing none. Okay, thank you very much. No.
If I may present our licensed professional planner to offer some testimony in support of the requested D2 variance.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give this evening is the whole truth?
I do.
Can you please state your name, spell it, and give your business affiliation and address?
Sure. My name is McKinley Mertz, M-E-R-T-Z. My business address is 34 Memorial Parkway in Atlantic Highlands.
Ms. Mertz, I believe it's your first time appearing before this board.
It absolutely is,
If you could
yes.
please give us a brief summary of your background qualifications.
Sure. I have a Master's of City and Regional Planning from the Blaustein School at Rutgers, my New Jersey Professional Planning License, and my National AICP certification are active and in good standing. As you said, Mr. Chairman, I have not had the pleasure of being before this board before. However, I have been qualified in other boards across New Jersey, Wayne Township, Princeton, Robbinsville, Branchburg, Freehold, et cetera. I also serve as a board planner to 5 different towns currently, including municipal planner to your neighbor, South Plainfield.
We won't hold that against you. You may proceed. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman.
So, Ms. Mertz, you during our discussions regarding this project with the applicant and in testimony this evening, you've heard how important this facility is. You've heard testimony related to and haven't had an opportunity to review the property, the buffering on the property, its visibility from surrounding residences. And with all that in mind, what else did you do to prepare for this hearing this evening?
Sure. I did review your professional's memos. I believe there was 2 different versions that were submitted. I reviewed all 4. I completed a site visit yesterday morning and was able to drive around the neighborhood as well as walk the site and specifically the area of disturbance on our site. I've also reviewed the township's planning documents, your recent master plan and zoning ordinance included.
And what are your conclusions regarding the necessary criteria for this D2 variance?
Sure. So quickly, I'll just note that our engineer testified to the existing conditions on site. We are in the OSRC, Open Space Recreation Conservation Zone. That does permit a variety of recreational uses, such as baseball, softball, soccer, et cetera. However, it does not permit public utilities, which is why we are here tonight. The facility previously it was Elizabeth, now it's New Jersey American Water, but it has been here since the 1950s. So we are seeking a D2 expansion of of a non-conforming use. As you can see in exhibits A1 and A2, which I apologize have been taken down now, but the site is heavily wooded on all sides of our disturbance area. When I visited the site yesterday, I noted that not only could I not see the road, but I could not see any of the residences, the homes, the buildings. I really couldn't even hear traffic from Oak Tree Road. So it is heavily wooded with mature vegetation. The planning proofs required tonight, as you know, we have to prove to you the positive and negative criteria. It is my opinion that a public utility, such as a water utility, is an inherently beneficial use under the municipal land use law's definition, which includes that inherently beneficial uses are considered of value to the community because they fundamentally serve the public good and promote the general welfare. And what is a use that supports the general welfare any more than a public water utility that provides a basic right to your residents, your business owners, as well as for emergency purposes, for firefighting, et cetera. There is case law that has deemed public utilities to be inherently beneficial. So while it is not listed specifically in the definition of the municipal land use law, the MLUL does note that those listed uses are not the entire list of inherently beneficial uses. So tonight I will testify moving forward as this being an inherently beneficial use. Inherently beneficial.
Just because it is inherently beneficial, you've automatically satisfied the positive criteria, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, so they deal with negative criteria then?
Council, so long as the board agrees that this is in fact an inherently beneficial use, absolutely can proceed in that manner.
Okay.
It's inherently beneficial.
Cheers. I too am excited to get home. So with that and with your blessing and acceptance of this as an inherently beneficial use, I will skip ahead a page and a half to my negative criteria. The negative criteria for an inherently beneficial use is slightly different from a non-inherently beneficial use in that the courts have determined there is a four-pronged test for meeting the negative criteria. A very recent court decision has determined that the first point that I must testify to is that the proposed use will not cause a substantial detriment to your zone plan or your zoning ordinance. So I'm going to start with that before jumping back to the rest of the negative criteria, the four-prong SECA test, as we call it. So my review of your master plan, which was adopted in 2024, it does not explicitly address our property, but it does provide for a variety of goals and objectives that support our application. For one thing, it does note that the township does face a challenge of aging infrastructure, not just water, but also sewer infrastructure. At the very least, on our particular site, we are addressing that, as our engineer testified to, replacing significantly aging infrastructure and facilities with new and modernized technology. In the infrastructure resilience and sustainability section, the main goal of your master plan in that point was to maintain and improve township utilities to support current and future populations. So the improvements will not only enhance the reliability of supply to your current residents and your current business owners, but it will also provide for anticipated growth within the community. Edison is a growing, fastly growing town, as well as the other townships and properties that are within the service area for New Jersey American Water. In the infrastructure section of your master plan, objective 2 is to support efforts to maintain and upgrade water, stormwater, and sewer infrastructure. Again, that is exactly what our proposal is doing. The direct investment and enhancement of the township's utility, public water utility and infrastructure will be accomplished by this application. As it relates to the zoning ordinance, the proposed improvements will not cause a substantial detriment to the zone plan. The public utilities that are here are serving, they have been serving and will continue to serve permitted residential commercial uses in the area and the broader service area. So the use variance, should you grant it, does directly effectuate the intent and purpose of your zone plan by allowing all of those uses to continue, the residents and businesses, et cetera. It will not interfere with any of those properties. In fact, it does pretty much allow them to continue their existence and operation. So with that, I'll jump back to the standard four-prong criteria that we're used to in the SECA test. The first one being that we must identify a public interest that's at stake and determine how compelling that interest is. And it's my opinion that the ability to provide clean and reliable potable water is really the number one function of supporting your public interest. We cannot survive without clean water, and this is going to provide that basic human need. The second prong is determining any detriments associated with the use variance, and it is my opinion we have none. We've already noted the intense vegetation and landscaping growth that already exists on the site. There's very limited traffic, 1 visit a day, 0 noise, 0 glare, no stormwater issues. The property is more than adequately sized, and it has been functioning successfully for 70+ years. The third prong is whether or not there need to be any conditions imposed to mitigate any of those potential detriments. And again, our team does not see any detriments associated with the variance application. However, if the board determines that there are, we are certainly willing to work with you and do what needs to appease any concerns here. Finally, the fourth prong is what we call the actual balancing part of the test, to determine whether weighing the positive and the negative criteria to determine whether on the balance the grant of the variance would cause a substantial detriment to the zone plan and public good. And again, we do not believe there are any detriments associated with this application. The positive criteria has been fulfilled because this is an inherently beneficial use, and the negative criteria, as I have testified to, we will not be posing any substantial detriment to the neighbors, the zone plan, the master plan. As you know, just to really drive that point home, the residents are 575 feet from the facility. They cannot see or hear the existing booster station facility, and they will not have any realization that the new one even exists. So with that, I'm happy to answer any questions the board or your professionals might have.
Thank you so much. Does the board have any questions for Ms. Mertz? Seeing none. Ms. Knight?
I don't have any questions.
Okay. How about you, Mr. Carley?
It's well past that time.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, that concludes our affirmative testimony.
Okay, all right, so we'll now go out to the public. Anyone within 200 feet of subject site wanting to be heard? If you're within 200 feet, you receive a notice via certified mail. Seeing none, go outside 200 feet. Anyone want to be heard? Seeing none, can I get a motion to close the public portion?
Motion to close public portion.
Second. Motion made by Mr. Sadata, second by Mr. Schneider. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Public portion is now closed. Mr. O'Brien, if you have any summation.
You have a very simple application before you this evening in terms of development. Somewhat complicated by the fact that your ordinance doesn't specifically permit us, and the zoning recognizes the conservation and vegetated nature of the property, which in itself helps us to achieve protection under the negative criteria for the use variance, and we'll rest.
Great, thank you so much. I'll go to the board.
Mr. Chairman?
Vice Chairman.
I'd like to make a motion to approve this application. It's a beneficial use. It meets the positive and negative criteria, and meets the MUA and also our local zoning laws and ordinances. And also, they will comply with our professional engineers and planners' reports.
Second.
Motion made by Vice Chairman O'Gorman, second by Mr. Cerrito. Roll call, please.
Mr. Chabra?
Yes to the motion.
Mr. Cerrito?
Yes on the motion.
Mr. Johnny?
Yes to the motion.
Schneider?
Yes to the motion.
Mr. Sadaha?
Yes to the motion.
Vice Chair O'Gorman?
Yes to the motion.
And Chairman Kamba?
Yes on the motion, unanimous approval. Congratulations.
Thank you all.
Thank you so much. Madam Secretary, any additional business that could come before the board this evening?
That'll be all this evening.
Seeing none, can I get a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Schneider, second by Mr. Johnny. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Have a good evening. Thank you, everyone.